State. GMC currently ranked number 2 in the whole country. Not bad.
Nothing. And only 2 points away from being number 1. As the team that beat us in overtime by 1 is number 1.
Well, this has been a really good sophomore class. They've been great in the classroom. They've been leaders here at the school, on the field, and walking around the campus. A good bunch of guys. We're very lucky to have had them here.
Okay.
We appreciate you parents for letting us have them.
I'm going to go live in about 20 seconds.
Okay, we're going to probably have to turn that one down. Yeah, because he is really blasting today. That's, I don't know, we'll have to wait. Yeah, he won't talk again.
Players are being joined by their parents,
It's still pretty hot.
grandparents, and folks of the family.
Now, is it just hot in your headphones? Because I'm hardly getting anything over here.
Okay.
As they make their way onto the field, we want
That's
to take
pretty
this
hot, though.
opportunity
See?
to introduce you to them, speak for the coaching staff. As we introduce our sophomores today, we want to wish them
Good afternoon on a perfect day for football at Georgia Military College's historic Davenport Field in Milledgeville. Time for the Bulldogs as the number 2 team in the country takes on a first-year program in the Clayton State Lakers. Alongside Paul Chavisky, I'm Scott McLeod, producer joining us this afternoon as well. It is sophomore day today as the 20 sophomores on the roster are being introduced prior to the kickoff here this afternoon. Well, last week the 8-1 Bulldogs pulled off an overtime win at Snow College, scoring on their overtime possession on a touchdown by Keenan Phillips and holding off the Badgers on a 4th down throw to the end zone. That was a 31-24 victory in Utah. That win, coupled with a loss by last week's top team, Hutchinson Community College, propelled the Dogs to number 1, make it number 2 on the current Division I rankings. A little wishful thinking on your announcer's part. Now they have a shot at playing in a national title game if they can win today and again next Saturday at Lackawanna. GMC is taking on a first-year club program, as we said, Clayton State out of Morrow. The Lakers are 5-2. They're coming off a 55-6 win last week against Atlantis University, 538 total yards in offense. Trey Inge had 2 touchdown runs. David Ware matched him with 2 touchdowns as well. So it's the Bulldogs against the Lakers of Clayton State coming up in just a little bit. But before we get to the kickoff, let's check in with Coach Rob Manchester. Robert Williamson had a chance to talk with the Bulldogs head coach.
Time for a conversation with Rob Manchester, head coach of Georgia Military College, who had a huge win last week in Utah. Coach, how you doing? And congratulations.
Oh, thank you so much. We're doing great. We got back in from Utah on Sunday around 5 o'clock, and we've been, we lifted on Monday. Took a day off yesterday, getting everybody recuperated, and just getting ready for Clayton State today and tomorrow and Friday, and just taking one game at a time. You can smell it, you can taste it. It's the big elephant in the room now that we're number 2. Man, it's an awesome experience. Our young men have worked extremely hard, our coaches and staff. And so anyway, we got to worry about this one this week. Clayton State, another team that has a bunch of Georgia guys on it. Our guys will know them. It'll be their Super Bowl. So, we're excited.
Let me say, too, this is airing just prior to the start of the football game against Clayton State. And last week, Snow provided the video. Thank goodness for technology. I was sitting in a baseball stadium in Ozark calling a football game in Utah. Snow made that happen, though, with a video. I appreciate that very much. And Ozark allowed me to stay in their press box late into the late hours of that Saturday night. So thanks to those folks for making that happen. Coach, the game in itself, and you and I have talked about this since the football game. What I really liked about the game was I didn't think you played your best game and still beat the number 4 team in the country. I mean, from that perspective, does that kind of make you feel good?
Oh, it does. And I think it goes back just the way that we played. Snow is traditionally big, strong, and I think with our players and the way that we've worked in the weight room and our strength coach, Chess Cullens, I think it's kind of been a repetitive theme all year. You talked to Scott Strohmeyer, Tanner Jacobson, the way we played against Lackawanna, the big teams. We're not getting pushed around and stuff like we used to. Probably that's just my observation, but if you look back at it, I mean, I'm sure Coach Erickson and Snow, they're looking at missed opportunities and, plays they made and plays they didn't make. Same way with us. Just to be able to get out of there, long travel, with a huge win in overtime. I mean, we got a lot of stuff we still need to work on. Unfortunately, offensively, ball security, we had basically 2 fumbles and interception, which was kind of, freaky with just hitting the guy in the helmet, and didn't have his head around to catch the ball. And that was a fluke. And then the surprise onside, we were able to, out of those kind of 4 sudden changes on, went 50%. They were 2 of 4. And then we were able to, when we got our turnovers, we're able to get some points and stuff out of them. So, it was just a slobber knocker, hard fought game. And our guy, we were down 21-10 and we were able to find a way to come back. And we were horrid on defense in regards to 3rd down, 4th down in the first half. Second half, we started making them punt. We were able to get off the field and not let them extend drives. So, but there's things like on that 4th down and 13 when we're up 24-21. I mean, they converted it, give them credit. So, a lot of stuff we can still work on. And that's what our theme is this week, going into practice today. And the game is get better at our base stuff, fundamentals. We missed a bunch of open field tackles. And I know just ball security, on offense. And just look forward to getting back out there and playing. It's going to be sophomore recognition day, and we get to play at least our last regular season game on Davenport. We'll see what happens the rest of the way. Maybe we'll have an opportunity to play one more time.
You added an extra day travel-wise, learning from 2 years ago. How big of a role do you think that extra day played?
I personally think for us, it was huge. 2 years ago, being where we are here in Milledgeville, we're a 2-hour drive to the airport in Atlanta. It is a full day of travel. We loaded up the buses at 3:30 a.m., left here at 4 a.m., got in there to the, Hartsville International. And, we had an 8:10 flight. Then we had a 4-hour layover in Denver. When they opened everything up, that was really the best option I could get, was a 4-hour layover in Denver. And it was fine. But we finally got to the hotel and checked in at 5:30. That was almost 24-hour type of travel. But we were able to really get a great workout in on Thursday night for about an hour and a half. We probably ran about, it was close to maybe 12, 15 half gassers, really got them a good sweat going. We had about 30 snaps of pass skeleton, and O-line, D-line, they were on their own doing stuff and individual. And that we really gassed them on Thursday night. We never really talked about the altitude or anything. It's like a postcard out there, it's just so picturesque with the mountains and stuff. But that really helps, I think, to start getting our lungs used to being out there. And then Friday, we went out there for about an hour, did more kicking, but we did more full speed kicking, which normally on Friday we don't. So, guys are running down on kickoff and moving around and still got a good sweat in. We had a whole day to recuperate. I guess that's the long answer to your question, but I think it paid dividends for us going out early, didn't really like having to play that late at night. But it ended up, we got lucky with the weather. I mean, I was in my short sleeve polo the whole game, and we got lucky there. But I thought we'd also handled Saturday well. We let them sleep in both days, and I think the way we traveled, you couldn't do it any better.
I got to ask you, you mentioned the short sleeve polo. I did see that short sleeve polo run out onto the field on a pass interference call. Tell us about that play.
I mean, that was in the, I think it was in the first half. Heck, I can't remember, but yeah, it was in the first half. Now look, you watch the film and stuff. I mean, Zach Erickson was running on the field some too, and but I thought it was a pretty well officiated game. But on that particular play, I just thought it was really, really bad. I mean, our guy, Jakari Jones, was leaning on the guy, looking back, and their guy literally, yanked him and kind of pulled him around. I thought it was going to be offensive interference, pass interference. And then they went, I don't know, just we kind of lost it. We lost our composure, and I don't know. I just kind of felt like chewing on them a little bit, I guess. But and then I looked. My wife actually screen recorded I looked like a kid having a tantrum. I mean, I can't be doing that. But because it was already going to be half the distance, and then what was a little bit more. But I was just fighting for the kid. And I ended up holding Coach Turner, our defense coordinator, back. He was livid as well. But yeah, we gotta be a little bit more professional too, probably.
Well, it's a passion for the game, though, Coach, and I know some of us love to see that. So obviously, it was an intense game and impassioned moment there.
It was just such a great atmosphere. I mean, it was their homecoming, so that kind of stuck in our craw a little bit. But I mean, it was. I mean, I respect the heck out of Coach Erickson. Rob Nilsson, their AD. They got really good people out there, and they're kind of in the same boat we are. Nobody wants to play snow, but we're going to keep playing each other, hopefully, year in and year out. And it was a great atmosphere out there. They got a band, a bunch of cheerleaders, stuff like that, and it was a great crowd. We had several people fly out there and stuff. So, my boss, Colonel Nelson Kraft, he flew out there, and it was great to have him out there supporting our guys. He's probably our biggest fan, and a close second's General Caldwell. He couldn't make it out there, but their support and their parents. I mean, it was great just to be able to win and celebrate with your team, and I think it's a culmination of. I mean, just our guys have put in the work from day one, and we were fortunate enough to be on the other side of those overtimes. I think I've been in 2 or 3 now as the head coach, and unfortunately, we've ended up on the losing side. But we got lucky this time. You got to kind of create your own luck and get lucky sometimes. So yeah, it was great.
Health-wise, how you looking going into the Clayton State game?
Once again, I mean, I think we didn't. I mean, besides the guys being tired and exhausted, after the game, I told them, yes, winning is what I want them to feel. But I mean, we had so many guys. I mean, they were just laying on the field. I mean, they pushed themselves past the point of exhaustion, and that's when you're playing the game of football. That's how you should feel every game because you played so hard. Guys are just tired. Some bumps and bruises here, but really nobody's injured. I think once again, that's a huge testament to Coach Chess Collins and our trainer Foster Deriso for keeping our guys healthy. We're lifting during the week, heavy, and our guys' bodies are in shape for very minimal injuries. So we didn't have any coming out of this game.
Any worries that you look beyond Clayton State to the Lackawanna game?
Not at all. I mean, it's the big elephant in the room, right? We got to go up there and play, and if we do, then hopefully we're in the playoffs. And but you can't overlook anybody. I mean, you got to respect everybody and fear none. But these guys are going to be coming in here looking to spoil what we have going on. It's a bunch of Georgia guys. These guys have played with members of my team, and it's another opportunity for us to go out there and get better at the things that we need to correct. I mean, like defensively, for instance, just getting off the field on third down, playing better coverage in certain situations, better route. ball and those turnovers. A lot of times you don't win those games when you have 4 turnovers, but I think we were able to counter that with the ones that we got. But I mean, it's an opportunity to go out on our own field and honor our sophomores and just be able to get out there and play this great game of football.
Ranked number 2 in the nation, taking on Clayton State. Game beginning here in just a little bit, recorded obviously during the course of the week. Coach, congratulations again. Big win. Number 2 ranking, got Clayton State, then Lackawanna, and then we hope there'll be play at Davenport in December. Congratulations again, and thanks for being with us.
We welcome you back to historic Davenport Field. Beautiful day for football. Temperature 78 degrees right now. Going to feel like 81. Hard to believe it's November as we got these warm temperatures here in the Middle Georgia area. Getting set for the Bulldogs against the Lakers of Clayton State. Again, that's a brand new program. Very first year for the Lakers under Kevin Atkins, who's the head coach, formerly the head coach at Gordon State down in South Georgia. And a former Bulldog coach is one of his assistants. Wide receiver coach for the Lakers is Daryl Ingram, former GMC assistant coach, both at the junior college level and the prep level. And Daryl, a Baldwin High School graduate from right here in Milledgeville. So we welcome him back to Davenport Field, where he trotted the other sideline, the home sideline, for many years. Bulldogs having a great offensive season. They are number 1 in rushing yards per ball game in all of NJCAA Division I. Nearly 416 yards total offense, and that puts them 7th. The rushing yardage is just over 281 yards a ball game, and the passing yardage 134.4 yards per ball game. Bulldogs averaging 48 points a contest. That is tops in Division I as well. They are 7th in point afters at 96.7%, as Freddie has done just a fantastic job booming the football for the Bulldogs. Freddie Perez out of Carrollton, and we'll get more to his stats in just a little bit. Chip Cooper, the leading quarterback for the Bulldogs, 52 out of 97 throwing so far this season, 862 yards, 7 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. Brown will see some action today, I'm sure. 21 of 34 for 322 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 2 picks. Leading rusher for the Bulldogs is the number 1 rusher in touchdowns in all of Division I. That's Keenan Phillips. He has 18 scores on the ground, including 3 last week in the Bulldogs' big win in Utah against Snow College. Phillips, 89 carries, 710 yards on the year. Jones right behind at 490 yards, 73 totes, and 6 touchdowns. Chip Cooper with 95 carries, 480 yards, so he's a dual-threat quarterback, and he has scored 4 times on the ground.
Good luck, gentlemen.
So you hear from the official, the referee, that the Bulldogs dressed in their home reds for the final time this season. With the white numbers trimmed in black, they'll be receiving, defending the goal to our left. That is the north goal here at Davenport. And the Lakers in their road white uniforms with navy blue pants and navy blue numbers, some orange trim as well. Clayton State is a member of the NCAA Division II Peach Belt Conference in all other sports. They're a club team now, hoping to probably move up the ladder and get into NJCAA football if possible, or maybe even Division II football if the program continues on. Some other Bulldog national stats for you. The Bulldogs are number 7 in the country in fumbles recovered with 11. They're tied for 6th overall in interceptions with 11, and 10th in the country in fewest yardage allowed rushing, as they have only given up 97 yards a ball game on the ground so far this season. So we are about set to kick this one off as the Bulldogs ready to break the barrier at the north end of Davenport Field this afternoon. Rob Manchester coming out onto the field, the head coach of the Bulldogs. And again, the Dogs with an opportunity, if they win out, will be in the top 4, which would put them in the playoff hunt for NJCAA Division I championship. 1 versus 4, 2 versus 3 in the final rankings of the regular season. Sonny Harmon down below us on the PA. Very loud PA, as it always is here at Davenport. And you'll be hearing a lot from Sonny this afternoon. The kick cover team from the Lakers is already out on the field. The Bulldogs have yet to break the barrier, as we will kick this one off in about a minute. And here come the Dogs. 8-1, Georgia Military College. They are 2 points away from a perfect season. They lost in overtime to Iowa Western, and Iowa Western is just above them in the national rankings this week. So the Bulldogs will get the ball first to start the ball game. And it'll be Chip Cooper leading the offense. Keenan Phillips, number 8, will be the starting running back. The freshman from Bainbridge, Georgia, out of Bainbridge High, 5'10", and 180 pounds. Cooper goes 6 foot, 180, the sophomore from Sylvester, out of Worth County. Bulldogs will deploy their kick return team. Lee Niles will be back deep, and he will be flanked by Derek Mincy on the near side. And right in the middle for the Bulldogs, it looks like it's going to be Jonathan Navakis. So let's see if the Bulldogs can get off to a good start here in their final home game of the season. Savion West, starting wide receiver, going to be kicking off for the Lakers. Right to left, and here we are set to go. West raises his arm, looks to the right and to the left, and kicks it off deep. And here is the return by Lee Niles. Goes to the far hash, gets across the 20, to the 30, 40. Grabbed by the jersey at the 45 and spun down inside Laker territory, inside their 45-yard line. Aiden Flukers out of Lithonia and Charles Gordon from Powder Springs making the tackle. So a good field position for the Bulldogs to get things going this afternoon. Be sure to subscribe to the JockJive YouTube channel. Just check on the subscribe button. Click on that. Plus, you can follow us on Facebook, X, Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. Coming up at halftime, we're going to have the JUCO Rush, the premier JUCO college football talk show. A new episode every week, available on the JockJive Sports YouTube channel. So the Dogs will open up at the 44-yard line of the Lakers. Kinchin will get the start instead of Phillips. H-back on the right side, give it off to Kinchin. Dances at the line, and he'll power ahead for about 5 yards before the Lakers will shove him backwards. Jordan Spencer, freshman from West Lawrence in Dublin, Georgia, made the tackle, helped out by Pritchard Williams out of Lithonia. So a 5-yard pickup, and it'll be second down. Well, maybe closer to 6 yards to go. The ball is not quite at the 39-yard line. Cooper has 2 receivers down on this near side, actually 3 of them, as the H-back is slid out right off the offensive line. And Trevor Kinchin still the running back. He'll get the call again. Up the middle he goes. Breaks through the initial rush. Drags a bunch of Lakers with him, and he'll get down to the 30-yard line and will pick up a first down. Now the Bulldogs' offensive line helped him out. Tackle was made by Mikai Brown from Warner Robins in Houston County. Big number 70, Jonathan Ashley from Augusta, and Lucy Laney helping lead the charge down the field. So the Bulldogs on the ground the first 2 tries. Dogs have a receiver at the top of your screen at the numbers, 2 receivers to the right. Chip Cooper will go from the gun with Kinchin off his left hip. They clap and the snap, and he's back to pass, looking, going to dump it out of the backfield to Kinchin. One-hand grab at the 30 to the 20, banged into at the 15-yard line. Number 6, Jamarco Hughes out of Rutland High in Macon. Got a whole bunch of Trevin Kinchin there. Great swing pass out of the backfield. It was a check down by Cooper, and he found his man open. Dogs have a 1st and 10 at about the 16-yard line, just inside the 17. Cooper back to pass, throws it over the middle. Ball tipped up in the air, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Charles Gordon. They got tipped, and the Lakers get the first mistake of the day. They'll return it back to the 20, but we do have a flag down. Might be pass interference. It looked like it was about. Oh. So the interception's wiped out on the encroachment penalty. And the Dogs get a breath of fresh air here. Get some new life. Trying to punch it into the end zone from their 11-yard line, it looks like now. And that's where they'll scrimmage from the Clayton State 11. Kinchin still in the backfield. Bulldogs have Fuller as the tight end on the right side, as an H-back actually behind the tackle. Give it off again to Kinchin. Bounces outside, comes back inside. Keeps the legs driving, and he'll get pushed back for a couple of yards loss. Number 3 on top of the pile is Charles Gordon, and 28 helped out as well, and I don't have a 28 on the roster here for the Lakers. Well, they're going to mark him back a couple of yards, as we said. Ball on the 13-yard line, so it's 2nd down and 7 now as we get to 12 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Dogs' first possession of the day. Cooper splits 3 men to the top of the screen. Single man split out wide to the right, just off the offensive line. Kinchin, the lone running back to pass Cooper, looking left all the way. Now he's going to tuck it and go. At the 10, at the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs. As we said, Cooper, a dual threat, can get the job done through the air and on the ground. 13-yard touchdown run. And for Chip Cooper, that is his 5th touchdown of the season on the ground. Freddie Perez will try to knock it through the pipes. 59 out of 60 for 98%. His holder today is Cole Snyder. Good snap, good spot, good kick. Dogs up 7-0, 11:47 to go in the first quarter. Perez with a PAT. Well, the Dogs got bailed out on that defensive encroachment call. Otherwise, it would have been an interception on the tipped ball. But they were able to hold on and get the football back and pound it in after a couple of more plays. So GMC tops the Lakers now 7-0 early on in the first quarter. If you want to watch this in every GMC football game this season, only a couple more left, of course.
Leaping on the defense. GMC has elected to take that on the kickoff. 15 yards, they'll kick off at the 50-yard line.
So the Lakers going to be assessed a 15-yard penalty on the kickoff. You can sign up for the JockJive premium channel and get access to every GMC game on the website, plus unlimited downloads. And if you want to check out that for next year, obviously, you can get that for just $25 for the whole season. Thanks to Robert Williamson for allowing yours truly to call this one this afternoon. He's busy elsewhere on JockJive. You know, you got to mention the boss every once in a while. Freddie Perez will tee it up at the 50-yard line, so he should be able to maybe bang this one onto Franklin Street. It is high. It is deep. They're not even going to try to attempt it. It comes up about a yard short of the wall at the south end. So the Lakers will get their first offense going for the day. And GMC's defense gets its first call of the afternoon. Sire Hardaway is their quarterback. Hardaway out of Douglasville in Douglas County. Trey Inge is a freshman running back from Mobile, Alabama. Graduate from McGill-Tulane. Let's see what the Lakers offense has in store for the Bulldogs. 4 wide out set now for Sire Hardaway. The Bulldogs are going to rush 4. Wide splits there on the defensive line. Hardaway in the shotgun. We're running back his left hip. Squares out, hits his man. Oh, he dropped it. He heard some footsteps there. Jorian Haynes was coming in a hurry. Matthew Faulkner felt the pressure, and the sophomore from Ellenville dropped an easy catch, and it's 2nd down and 10. Hearing footsteps already. Twin receivers left and right for Hardaway. And a handoff goes left side. They're going to get the edge, and that is a carry by Inge. Their leading running back gets across the 30-yard line. And he was brought down by Jabari Baker, the freshman from Valdosta, out of Valdosta. His team lost last night to Lowndes County. Big ball game down in South Georgia. Over 12,000 people at the Concrete Palace for Lowndes to beat Valdosta in a big region ball game there and a big rivalry. Third down at about 3. Hardaway going to swing it out, and it's short. He and his receiver were not on the same page. He thought it was a go route, the receiver did, and Hardaway thought he was going to come in for a slant in possibly at the 45-yard line. So it'll be fourth down, and the Lakers are forced to punt it away with 11:09 to go in the opening quarter on a 4th and 3 coming. Looks like Hardaway's going to do punting duties too. Man, now that's Savion West, excuse me. West handling the kicking chores for the Lakers. And the Bulldogs have Bland Jr. out of Putnam County back there to receive the kick. Not much to this one. Knuckleball. It'll take a roll and then bounce backwards for the Lakers. So the Bulldogs will get good field position again. Darrell Bland Jr. from Eatonton, and Putnam County could not even get a chance to get that punt. So the Dogs take over again with 11 minutes to go. And they will scrimmage from their own 48-yard line. See what the Bulldogs offense has in mind. Cooper standing off to the side of the huddle as the first play is diagnosed and delivered. Derek Mincy is in the backfield this time. Dogs will split 3 receivers to the near side. The outside receiver will be Ricardo Tarver. The inner slot is number 19, Trenton Smith. And then I believe it's Fuller as the inside man. Cooper back to pass. Plenty of time. Fires. Got a slant in there and a completion to Keith Johnson out of Macon and Rutland High. Tackled by Jamarco Hughes, and it's a first down GMC. Just angled in from that left side. He was the lone receiver on the far side of the screen. Now we'll split it 2 by 2. Cooper back to pass. Steps up in the pocket, rolling, and finds his man. It is complete. That's Mincy with a catch, and he'll rumble inside the 30. Mincy brought down by Aiden Flukers from Martin Luther King High School, native of Lithonia. It's a first down, GMC. They move the sticks to the 27-yard line. Slot left, single receiver right for Cooper. And here's a draw to Mincy. Mincy breaks free. 20, 10, 5, cuts back in, and he got stopped just short of the goal line. Derek Mincy stopped by Charles Gordon, and Gordon saved a touchdown for that second there. Great run by Mincy, about 25 yards or a bit less than that. And it's first and goal with 10 minutes to go in the first quarter. Cooper, the clap, the snap. Mincy gets the call, and he got tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Number 28 again making the stop. It might be Arlington Burney, who's listed number 27 out of Fayetteville, Georgia, from Sandy Creek. Second and goal back at the 2 now, and the Dogs are going to bring a little beef as Navakis comes in, the tight end from Fayetteville. Dogs will split Smith out to the left side, but everybody else in tight. Now they got one receiver on the right as well. That is Johnson. Hand off to Mincy. Mincy keeps it on the ground, and Mincy is into the end zone for a touchdown, Georgia Military College. Mincy scores from 2 yards out. Comes at 9:16 to go in the first quarter. And for Mincy, that'll be his 5th touchdown run of the season. Came in with 22 carries, 123 yards. He was the feature back for the Dogs on that drive. Here's Freddie Perez once again. And it's away, and it's good. And the Bulldogs jump on top, 14-0. Paul, let's take a break. See if we can get a quick timeout so I can relay the scores to Robert.
Your military college provides opportunities to learn, to grow, to lead. The GMC Corps of Cadets will help you build a foundation to start your journey to success. As one of 4 military junior colleges in the nation, GMC provides character-based education, state-of-the-art facilities, physical training, leadership, history, and tradition. Be the leader that makes a difference. Start here. Go anywhere.
Back with you at Davenport Field. Bulldogs score on their first 2 drives. 13-yard touchdown run by Chip Cooper. Derek Mincy adding a 2-yard score. And the Dogs are on top 14-0 to the first-year program, the Lakers of Clayton State. Thanks for joining us today on JockJive Sports. Again, temperatures in the upper 70s, hitting 80 or so later on this afternoon. Freddie Perez gets the whistle, gets the kickoff. It is high, could be returnable, and it will be, into a bit of a breeze from the 10-yard line. They go to the far side. That is Savion West, and West will cross the 20 before he's brought down by GMC, and that'll be Jordan Turner out of Goose Creek, South Carolina, with a stop. So the Lakers will get right back about where they started their first drive, maybe a little bit behind that. And Clayton State, with 9:09 to go, down by 2 scores. They scrimmage from their own 23-yard line. Bulldog total tackles led by Coney with 76, Burks with 44, and Benton with 40. As the Bulldogs front has done a really good job this year. 2-by-2 look once again, handoff left, nothing doing there. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage, and the ball came out loose, but he was down on contact as the ball carrier was once again Trey Inge from Mobile, Alabama. So they're going to say no gain, 2nd down and 10 from the 23. We slide under 8:50 to play in the opening quarter. Walker Hicks made the tackle, defensive lineman from Alpharetta. Now they're going to flood 3 receivers to the near side, single receiver up top. At the numbers. Hardaway with a clap. Back to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. He is in trouble. Rolling to his right. Now slings it out there. And nice breakup by the Bulldogs. Great job by Jordan Turner, the corner on that left side out of Goose Creek. He came up and blasted the intended target. And I think it was intended for Pacer Kincaid. He timed his hit just right. Had it been completed, it would have been first down for the Lakers. Now 3rd and 10. And they're in a hurry-up mode. 2-by-2 look still. Hardaway back to pass once more. Sets up. Now he's going to try and tuck it. No, he's going to fling it out here. Catch is made. Got past a Bulldog, and the run after the catch by Matthew Faulkner will get them into Bulldog territory. Chased out of bounds by Jarris Coney, freshman linebacker from Northside Warner Robins. He got flushed out of the pocket but kept the play alive with his legs. And they're going to mark him down at the 50-yard line. 27-yard gain. The Bulldog corner slipped and fell down as Faulkner made the move. So 1st and 10 right at midfield for the Lakers. 7:43 to go, opening quarter. And there's a run, and not much doing there for Inge as he got ripped down hard. Number 90 for the Bulldogs. Go ahead, producer. You saw another number. I will see if I can find 90 here. That is Aiden Benton. And Burks, the linebacker, helping out as well. Gain of a yard on the ground. They're not getting much against that stubborn defense at the 49-yard line. Again, the Bulldogs doing a good job against the rush. 10th fewest yards allowed on the ground in Division I right now. Going to go with a shotgun. 2-by-2 look once more. Almost a pistol look. A running back off the right hip. And Hardaway going to get jacked down at the 47-yard line. Oh, my goodness. Jakari Jones from Monroe, Georgia, and Monroe area. Got him for a big loss of 3. Make it 4-yard loss. Oh, boy, did he rush in there. Tried to get the edge, and Jones denied him the edge. So it's 3rd down 13. Now the three receivers will come to the near side. Single receiver to the top of your screen for Hardaway. And he'll take a two-step drop, flushed out of the pocket, rolling right, motions, fires it, and it's incomplete. Intended for Savion West. I don't think he would have been able to come down with it inbounds had he even been able to make the catch. And Turner back on the coverage of West. And it's 4th and 13. The Lakers going to have to punt it away again with 6:10 to go. Clock stopped on the incomplete pass. Bulldogs at Lackawanna next week. Big ball game for them. They'll take on the Eagles in Pennsylvania. Eagles number 11 in the country this week as they come into this afternoon's ball game at Monroe University with a 6-2 record. Well, they're going to go for it. I thought they're going to punt it with the ball on their side of the field, but they're committed to try and pick up 13 yards here. So 4th and 13, and no, the play clock didn't wind out, but a timeout is taken by the Lakers.
Timeout. Clayton State. Their first timeout this half.
So Coach Kevin Atkins wants to talk it over with the rest of the offensive coaching corps. First timeout charged to the Lakers. They're trailing 14-0 here with 6:10 left in the opening quarter. Bulldogs had 20 sophomores honored before our ball game today, the final home game of the regular season for the Dogs. And I'm not sure about the playoff situation, whether they would have a home game if they do qualify for the Final Four, so to speak. But that's counting your chickens before they hatch, right? You got 2 more ball games you got to take care of. Darrell Bland Jr. will fade back. They're going to decide to punt it instead of go for it on 4th and 13. I guess a little communication breakdown for the Lakers staff. So it is West back to punt, and Bland standing at his own 25-yard line. High, almost went over his head, almost got blocked as well. It'll land inside the 30, bounces up to Bland, and he jukes one man out of his socks, gets across the 25 to the 27, and hammered down. Number 22 got him. That's Ryan Deacle from Richmond Hill and Richmond, Georgia. So Darrell Bland got it out, about 7-yard return. And the Bulldogs will take over for the third time in this first quarter, leading 14-0. They'll scrimmage from their own 27-yard line.
1st and 10 from our 27.
Niles is the wide receiver at the top of your screen. Okalai is the receiver on the right. Tight end will be flexed off the line. And it looks like Kinchin is back as the feature back in the pistol formation. He'll get the carry on the right side. Big hole for him there. Gets to the 30. Keeps the legs churning. He'll pick up 5, maybe 6 yards. No, they haven't blown it dead yet. And he gets pushed into the Bulldog bench at the 40. That was determined running by Trevon Kitchen. 5'10" and 210 pounds. Hard to bring down. Make it 225. I cheated him a hamburger or two. One of the Lakers was injured on the tackle, and he'll have to come off the field. He's not acting like he's going to go off the field. Now the official says, "Yeah, you gotta leave, sir." DeJuan Springer will take his place. I think that's Bernie, who is trudging off the field and taking his time getting off there now. Bulldogs with a fresh set of downs at the 40-yard line. 5:28 left in the opening quarter. Dogs trying to put their third score on the board here in the quarter. Chip Cooper at the controls. This time Niles is split out to the right numbers. Dogs will shift the tight end and the H-back to the right side. And Cooper got him to jump, and penalty flags go. Encroachment on the defense once again. That right defensive tackle or right end.
Encroachment, defense, number 40. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
That's Charles Jones out of Atlanta and Forest Park High. Couldn't hold the snap count. And it'll be 1st and 5 now for the Dogs. Marched up 5 yards toward the south goal. Slots left and right now for Cooper. 4-man front for the Lakers. Cooper back to pass. Plenty of time. Steps up in. Fires it out to Niles, and he'll make the catch at the 44-yard line. That'll be enough for a first down. Banged out of bounds by Charles Gordon right down below us. Dogs with a first down. A little soft coverage there on Niles, and he's able to find a spot. Now he's lined up in the slot on the far side. Cooper to the air again, swings it out. Juggling catch made inside the 40-yard line. And that will be Bo Televast, sophomore tight end from Savannah and Benedictine Military. And it'll be a 5-yard pickup for the Dogs. 2nd and 5 now with 4:20 to go. Cooper will go on a handoff to Kinchin. Kinchin follows his blocks. He's got rumbling room down there inside the 20. Kinchin, that human bowling ball, hard to stop him. He is low to the center of gravity there. And the Dogs have a 1st and 10 in the red zone. They're going to mark it at the 19, I believe.
Timeout, Clayton State.
That'll be their 2nd timeout as GMC is on the march once again with 3:51 to go. Got a reminder for you coming up this week on JockJive. On Sunday, it's the ACCC Volleyball Championships. Also ABC Fall League and Showcase Series Fall Baseball. Again, that's tomorrow right here on JockJive. Dogs with a couple of scores early as we slide under 4 minutes to go in the first quarter at Davenport Field. And GMC trying to punch it in one more time before the quarter comes to an end. Lakers using their 2nd timeout of the half already. Bulldogs probably are going to be playing a lot of guys today against this first-year club program. Dogs took over 2 minutes ago off the clock, and they'll have a 1st and 10. It'll be an empty backfield for Cooper as he splits the H-back off the left side of the offensive line. Send a right wing in motion, and they're going to give it to him on a pitch. Little pop pass to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, and inside the 5-yard line go the Bulldogs. As the pop pass from Cooper to Ricardo Tarver out of Warner Robins. And he gives the Dogs a 1st and goal inside the 5 at the 4. Tarver was lined up on the right side. Handoff to Mincy. Mincy bangs off left tackle. Did he get in? He did not. Just missed it by a half a yard. Cooper dropped the low snap, and I think that messed up the timing just enough to keep Mincy out of the end zone. So Mincy replaced now by Kinchin in the backfield for the Dogs. 2nd and goal from the 1 as we get under 3 minutes to go. The Bulldogs have taken 3 full minutes off the clock here on this 3rd drive of the day. So Cooper will go from the gun. Tarver off his left hip. Wide receivers left and right. Back to pass. Going to swing it out, and it's broken up. Niles the target on that left side. And Jamarco Hughes, I'm sorry, it was Johnson, number 12, not 17. Keith Johnson was in that left corner, and Hughes did a good job of playing the ball, swatted away with a left hand. 3rd and goal from less than a yard away. Now, Kinchin will swap on the right side. H-back goes in motion. Cooper rolling right, looking into the corner of the end zone. He made the catch for a touchdown. And he disappeared out of view. Trenton Smith gets the touchdown toss of 1 yard. So, as the cannon fires, Cooper gets his 8th touchdown pass of the season. And Trenton Smith gets his 7th reception. And the Dogs lead it 20-0, pending the point after. Snap, spot, kicks away, and it is good. What else is new with Freddie Perez and his point after team? 21-0, GMC on top
Don't forget, you got Taste of Texas in the Huddle House.
2:23 left in the first quarter. So 3.5 minutes off the clock. Not quite 3.5. Dogs with a good drive from their own 27, taking it into the end zone. And Cooper with the touchdown toss gives the Dogs a 3-touchdown lead.
For today's game, on the clock, Michael Rogers. On the play clock, Cheryl Stewart. The referee, always reliable, honest, Will Litsky. Umpire Todd Thomas, linesman Antoine Stewart, line judge Freddie Stewart, side judge Ken Johnson, field judge Theo Lamar, and the back judge Byron Berryhill. Always doing a great job here.
Freddie Perez to kick it to the south goal here, the final 2:23 of the first quarter. And he will bang it away high and deep to the far sideline from about the 2-yard line. It is Ware on the return, make it West. West will get across the 20, still on his feet at the 30-yard line before he's finally brought down. And the helmet came off, and penalty flags fly in. Braylon Karstarfen and Tanner Ennis on the tackle. And we got a Laker down. We'll watch the penalty as 2 flags floated in on the contact of the tackle. A Bulldog helmet came off. Lakers will get their best field position pending the penalty, of course. They get marched back. Will Litsky, our white hat today, the referee, coming over to talk to Rob Manchester about the penalty situation. And with 2:10 to go, the Lakers will get the football back, but where it will be spotted is in doubt at this point. Apparently some options being discussed with Coach Manchester. And here's the call from Mr. Litsky.
During the return, personal foul, targeting number 37 on GMC. 15-yard penalty, first down.
So a targeting call on the kicker, Freddie Perez. Man, you don't expect the kicker to get in there with his headgear. So a 15-yard walk-off. They're going to allow Perez to stay in the ball game, apparently. No video review, of course. Even though Paul Trubisky probably had it with ease. You're not using it. He's not going to use it, folks. I don't blame him. So 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line for the Lakers at 2:10 to go in the opening quarter. And now the referee will talk with the side judge across the way. And the umpire will get involved in the confab as well. Bulldogs' final home game of the regular season. They'll be on the road in Pennsylvania next Saturday. You can catch that on JockJive. It'll be a 1 o'clock kickoff as the Dogs take on Lackawanna. So your JockJive airtime probably about 12:40 as we're on the air about 12:40 today. 3 wide receivers to the far side. They're going to pop pass to the inside man, and he's going to get dragged down. Kenwan Felton from Macon and Macon County High School was tackled for no gain. He was brought down by Quan Floyd, redshirt freshman from Kingsland, Georgia, and Camden County High. Actually about a yard gain to the 43. Bulldogs strung it out nicely. 100 seconds to go in the first quarter. Substitution, so the umpire holds up play. Hardaway gets the snap, swings it out right side, hit, but he makes the catch at the Dogs' 48, breaks a couple of tackles. That is Clinton Rafe from Morrow, Georgia. And the hometown guy gets himself a first down. We've got a Bulldog down across the way. Trey Turner on the tackle. And Rafe finds himself inside the Bulldog 35-yard line to the 34. No indication as yet who the dog is down on the deck. I'm sorry? 91. Okay, thank you, sir. And that will be Mayan Conaway out of Hazelhurst and Jeff Davis High. So Conaway being tended to across the way. Stay with us at halftime. We'll have the JUCO Rush. That's the premier JUCO college football talk show. And there's a new episode every week. It's available on the JockJive Sports YouTube channel. You'll see it at halftime today. Slowly making his way off the field is Conaway. So the Lakers get an explosive play down to the Dogs 34. Their best play so far of the afternoon. Comes with 1:13 to go in the opening quarter. Dogs on top 21-0. Conway with a pretty good heavy limp on that right side coming off the field. Hardaway sets the troops. 2-by-2 look for him. Running back off his right hip, Ryan Deckel. Now switches over to the left side, and he'll get the call. Nope, it's going to be a keeper on the quarterback's part. Hardaway trying to get the edge, and he'll be escorted out of bounds at the 30-yard line. And that'll be Floyd, Quan Floyd, to chase him out. Yeah, about a 4-yard pickup on the quarterback keeper. Design play. They're shuttling the plays in from the sideline as the wide receivers get the call and then relay it to Hardaway. Clock starts down, 35 seconds left in the first quarter. Hardaway fumbles the snap, flushed out of the pocket, throws, and it's batted down. Oh, my, did he get up in the air. Michael Roberts, safety from Warner Robins and Northside Warner Robins. He decided he was not going to try and pick that one. He swatted it down to the earth with anger, shall we say. And it's 2nd down and 6. Make it 3rd down and 6. 25 seconds to play. So a 3rd and 6 from the 30. Trips right. Hardaway zings it off the left side. Timing pattern. The timing blew up on him. Intended for Faulkner from Ellenville. And Quan Floyd was on the coverage for GMC. So it's 4th down. And about 6. They've got to get it inside the 25 to the 24. And down by 3 scores early. Apparently no field goal game. They're going to try to pick up this 4th down. 2 receivers either side of the offensive line. Rolling right, Hardaway. Sets up, swings it out, hits his man. Nice catch. Running grab by Jadarius Warren from GMC Prep here in Milledgeville. Warren reached out when he got to that sideline. He's been on Davenport Field a lot of times. Kasai Jones on the coverage, safety from Thompson High in Thompson, Georgia. And they do convert the 4th down, pick up a 1st down at the 20-yard line. 1 second left, no seconds left at the end of the first quarter. GMC on top by a score of 21-0 as they have scored on their first 3 possessions of the afternoon. Bulldogs trying to pick up their 9th win in 10 tries. We'll step away for these messages on JockJive.
Episode of the Pest Control Guys. It's the competition that could win them the biggest contract of their life for Karen Moneybags. You won't believe what happens when we let the guys inside the house. It's 3 guys up for 1 contract. Only one can say, I do accept the contract. Next on the Pest Control Guys. Sponsored by Bug House Pest Control. Protect your house with Bug House.
One quarter in the books at Davenport Field. Beautiful day for football. Thank you for joining us on JockJive Sports. Alongside Paul Trevitsky, our videographer and director and producer, and the producer is with us as well, spotting for us. This drive started at their 42, thanks to the penalty, and it's now at the GMC 20-yard line for the Lakers, headed south now. Hardaway slings it out right side. Nice catch at the sideline by Jaden Swain from Ellenwood and Woodland Stockbridge. Not much gain, though, as the quick hitter only got a couple of yards. Second down, close to 8 yards to go. As they go no huddle still. Inge is back in at running back, and he'll go on the left hip of quarterback Hardaway. Checking down the play. Now he'll swap Inge off to the right side. Back to pass, swings it out on the slot man. Catch is made. He's bumped out of bounds. That is Swain once again. And shoved out by Kasai Jones. And it's enough for a first down for the Lakers. Remember, they put 55 points up on the board against Atlantis University. And GMC's going to call a timeout. That was last week.
GMC, their first charge timeout of the half.
And I don't care if you go, who you go up against. If you just go against air and grass, hard to put 55 on the board. They will play in the Club Sports Conference, South Atlantic Conference Championship on the 16th of this month. And they'll be at home against Columbus State. They already defeated the Cougars 40-0 earlier this season. And they are trying to punch in their first score of this Saturday here at Davenport Field. Bulldogs with 3 touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. Lakers will have a first and goal at the Dogs' 8-yard line. Inge will be the feature back in the backfield next to Hardaway. And Hardaway puts a slot on either side. Dogs will rush 4, maybe 5. Inge gets the handoff, and he's ripped down behind the line of scrimmage. Nice play defensively by GMC's Walker Hicks, redshirt freshman from Alpharetta. Hicks, second leader in sacks for the Bulldogs at 3.5, but he got a tackle for loss there. Back to the 9-yard line. Second and goal from the 9. Hardaway squares up, hits his man. Nice play defensively. And that was by Jordan McCray, safety from McCray, Georgia, out of Telfair County, as he banged into the target just as the ball arrived. And that forces 3rd and 9. 3rd and goal from the 9, should say. And we're playing music between each play, amazingly, today. Yay! Got to keep that audio going. Hardaway looks to the sideline, see if there's a check on the play. 3rd and goal from the 9. Back to pass, looking right, now goes to his left, looking into the end zone. He'll float it up there, and it's to the wall at the end of Davenport Field. Wall made a good catch. 4th and goal from the 9. Tried to get into Faulkner's hands, but Faulkner is only 5'11". He'd have to have been about 6'8" to make that catch, and maybe wouldn't have been in bounds anyway. So 4th and goal from the 9. Dogs try to shut down the Lakers offense, and they're going to burn their last time out.
Timeout, Clayton State. Their last charge timeout of this half.
Well, Will making sure we all know that's their last time out. Yeah.
Anywhere by attending GMC. Our main campus is always ready to help you get enrolled.
Later this week on JockJive Sports, on Monday, it's the University of Mobile versus Coastal Alabama South in men's basketball. Yep, basketball season is here as November is with us now. So the junior college basketball season underway, and all the other divisions of NCAA will get going within this next week as well. So the Lakers face a 4th and 9, 4th and goal from the 9. Trying to get some points on the board against the number 2 team in the land. And Bulldogs have steadily inched up one spot each of the last, 2 weeks, and then they moved up 2 spots. They were number 3 last week, so they did move up one more spot. They just keep creeping up, trying to get to that number 1 spot. So Hardaway has his call on 4th and goal from the 9. Send a slot in motion, and they're going to swing it out to him, a double pass situation. Throw it to the end zone. It's incomplete. Zachary Nolan, the wide receiver from Noonan, tried to toss it into the end zone for Jadarius Warren, and Jordan McCray was on coverage for the Bulldogs. So the ball on downs to GMC. Dogs will take over at their own 9 with 13:34 to go.
Looks like we're going to take over on about our 8-yard line.
They took almost 4 full minutes off the clock. Cooper's still in charge of the offense. He brings the red shirts out there. He'll deploy 2 receivers to the east end of the field. Dogs with a 21-0 lead. Again, they have scored every time they've touched the football offensively. Cooper has Kinchin as his running back, and Kinchin standing only about a couple of yards from the south goal line. He'll get the call, go off right side, put the head down, get across the 10, maybe. Only about a quick yard there for Trevin Kinchin. Well, you got more than I thought. Got out to about the 12, so 2nd and 7. Hard count by Cooper, and he looks to the sideline for the play call. Niles is split out to the near side here. They're going to go for him on a go route. Nice throw, just off the fingertips at the 39-yard line. Put a little more giddy up into the run. He would have run under that one and gone 88 yards for a score. Instead, it's 3rd and 7 from the 11.
3rd down coming up for the Dogs.
It was just a one-on-one play, and Niles was just about to make a big play for the Bulldogs. Cooper with a double hand clap, going to keep it himself. Bounces to the right, now comes to the near side, reversing his field a little bit. He'll plunge it out to about the 14, but the Dogs will be shy of the 1st down. So 4th down and 4. Offense is still out there. Are they going to try and convert this? Looks like they will. 4th down and about 4 yards to go. Cooper trying maybe to get him to jump offside and get a fresh set of downs via the penalty route. Trips to the near side. Inside slot man, H-back going in motion to the right. Still taking time. Play clock winding down to 4, to 3, to 2, and Rob Manchester punches a timeout with 1 second on the play clock.
Timeout, GMC, their second charge timeout this half.
Well, they couldn't get him to jump as the Lakers stood their ground on 4th down and 3. And now the punt unit will come on for Georgia Military College. Punting-wise this year, Snyder's had 25 punts, averaging just over 40.5 yards a kick. So he's been able to flip the field, and that's exactly what they need now with the football just across the 10, just shy of the 15-yard line. So here's Snyder to boot it. Low snap, has to bend down to get it, and he'll just drill it out of there. Nice spiral punt. Lands at the 41, takes a Bulldog roll, and continues to roll to the north goal. And down to the 29-yard line. That is a 57-yard punt off the right foot of Snyder. So he did flip the field. Excellent punt. And the Lakers will take over with 11:59 to go in this second quarter. Still trailing 21-0. They'll scrimmage from their own 29.
49, Clayton Curry.
Bulldogs starting to bring in more new troops defensively.
There on the end.
And it looks like a new quarterback is in there as well. And this will be Elijah Burrell from Lawrenceville in Central Gwinnett. He will hand it off to Inge, and Inge can't get anywhere except going backwards. Wiley with the tackle for GMC.
Number 42, Jonathan Wiley.
2-yard loss, second down and 12.
About 12 for Clayton State.
Lakers will set up with 3 receivers to the near side, single receiver to the far side. They head toward the south goal, Davenport, or the Franklin Street goal at Davenport. Burrell gets the snap. Slant in, incomplete, intended for Dorian Kitchen. He threw a fastball at Kitchen, and it just sailed on him.
Javon Kitchen back there, number 11. Third down.
And Javon Kitchen for the Bulldogs on the coverage. Kitchen coverage, Kitchen trying to catch it. Burrell back to pass again. Got his man at the first down stick and shoved out of bounds. That's Faulkner with a nice catch in some traffic on the far side. Looked like number 42, Jonathan Wiley again, the linebacker out of Stockbridge. And another red shirt over there as well. They're going to say he came up just short. Thought he got to the stick, but apparently the momentum didn't carry him enough. So 4th down and 1. Their coach is pointing to the first down stick, saying that's where his player went out of bounds.
Chain gang doing an outstanding job this afternoon.
10:31 to play, second quarter. They're going to punt it away on 4th down and 1. Not going to take a chance against GMC here. Excellent effort there by the sophomore wide receiver from Woodland Stockbridge, Faulkner, but he comes up just short.
Bookstore open through halftime.
Savion West will handle the punt duties.
Timeout, GMC. Their second charge timeout this half.
It's their third, sir. I believe that's the third timeout for the Bulldogs. Yep.
That was GMC's third charge timeout. They have no more this half.
Will actually made a mistake. Will Litsky, 99% good. Just got that one miss right there. But he corrected it very quickly. So neither team with a timeout will have a quick running final 10.5 minutes, we hope, here at Davenport Field of this first half. Bulldogs may be gearing up for a possible fake punt by the Lakers. So the Bulldogs failed to score for the first time today on their first possession of the second quarter. Minute and a half off the clock by the Lakers on this drive. West back to punt it. It will be a punt, and not a good one. Just got the piece of the football. Takes a good roll for the Lakers, though, and the Bulldogs will operate from their 33. So West was anticipating, I think, a hard rush at him, but he didn't get anything and hardly got the football. And GMC will open up in good field position with 10:14 to play in the second quarter. We have a Keenan Phillips sighting for the first time today. Leading rusher for the Bulldogs is out there. And he's on the left hip of Chip Cooper, who sends 3 receivers to this near side and a single receiver up top. Ball at the GMC 33. It's Phillips for the first time. Shakes a tackle. He's off and running. At the 40, at the 50, at the 35, 30. He's got 2 men to beat, and they will bring him down inside the 10-yard line. Keenan Phillips dragged down by Jamarco Hughes. Up, a little premature howitzer over there. So Keenan Phillips punches it down inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. He'll get the call again. Tries the right side between guard and tackle, and will be denied that. Number 16 brought him down. That would be Jordan Spencer. So 33 yards is where we initially started it, to the 8. A 59-yard run by Phillips. To the Clayton State 8.
Dead ball, unsportsmanlike. Number 17 on the defense. Half the distance to the goal line, first down. That is also number 17's first penalty towards disqualification for unsportsmanlike.
Don't know what happened down there, but I saw a shoe fly up, and I think that's what the call was. That was similar to one of the SEC ball games a few years ago. Slot right, single receiver left. That's Niles. No, that is Johnson as the receiver on the numbers near side. So first and goal from the 4 with 9:28 to go in the second quarter. And the officials marking the unsportsmanlike call against Emmanuel Nolan out of Noonan, Georgia. Phillips in there still as the feature back for the Dogs. Chip Cooper has him in the gun to his right. Cooper with a snap, rolls it to the right, checks back to the left side, wide open, touchdown. 4-yard touchdown toss. Bo Talavast with a touchdown catch. Well, a 59-yard jaunt to the end zone helped out considerably there. And now the Bulldogs will have a new kicker on as Cole Snyder will kick it. And Cole Snyder will tack on the point after. They may have disqualified Freddie Perez. I'm not sure, but Snyder gets the point after. We'll see who'll be kicking off. And the Dogs lead it 28-0. We've got 9:13 to play in the second quarter. Georgia Military College on top of the Clayton State Lakers out of Morrow, Georgia.
The result of the play was a good PAT. The penalty is declined. Kickoff.
All right, didn't even see the flag out there, but apparently there was one. And the Dogs declined the penalty. GMC plays at Lackawanna Saturday, 1 week from today. Final regular season game for the Bulldogs. And they're hoping to be in the hunt for the national championship. If they finish in the top 4 on the final regular season poll, they will be among the 4 teams fighting for the national title. Semifinals, 1 versus 4, 2 versus 3. And I believe a week later will be the national championship game. Well, we may have seen the last of Mr. Perez on the targeting call, as Snyder will be kicking off for the Bulldogs. Cole, freshman from Brooklet, Georgia, and a graduate of Southeast Bullock. And he approaches and boots it away. High short kick. Going to land inside the 20 and roll out of bounds finally inside the 10. West watched that one sail by him. And so the Lakers will get the ball after the out-of-bounds kick. 9:13 remaining in second quarter play.
Illegal procedure on the kicking team. Clayton State has elected to take the ball at the 35-yard line. First and 10.
So the Lakers get their offense back out there again. Looks like Burrell will be the quarterback. 5'11", 177. Freshman from Central Gwinnett High and out of Lawrenceville, Georgia. His running back will be Brian Deckel. 5'7", freshman from Richmond, Georgia, and Richmond Hill over on the coast. Slots either side for Burrell. Flushed out of the pocket. Rolls to the near side, and he'll just throw it away. Live to play another down. His target did not look back to see that he was rolling right. The only guy in white down there was Clinton Rafe. 2nd and 10 from the 35-yard line for the Lakers. They're trying to get back in this ball game through the air. They haven't been able to get much on the ground today. 2nd and 10. Ware flexes off the line on the right side. 2 receivers to the left. Toss sweep to the near side. And wrapped up and dropped. Nice defensive play by the Bulldogs on the run by Deckel. Clayton Horst out of Brooklet, the freshman linebacker with a stop. Excellent coverage that time by the Mike linebacker for the Bulldogs. Gain of a yard, 3rd down and 9 now for the Lakers. Slots either side now. Burrell rolls right, slings it to the sideline, runs out of real estate. Target was Pacer Kincaid from McDonough and Community Christian School. And that'll force a 4th down and 9. So the Bulldogs punt return team comes out. It'll be Bland Jr. retreating. He'll be inside the Dogs' 40-yard line. Remember, last time, West did not get a particularly good punt off. Got a lot of help from the ground as it rolled on him. So he'll be back, West will, to punt it away. Bland with his toes on the 40. And a spiral punt this time. Bland going to take it from the 40-yard line. Runs into some own blockers there and gets it out to the 48-yard line. It was Charles Gordon on the tackle.
1st and 10 Bulldogs.
So GMC will begin with 8:07 to go in the second quarter. Deep in its own territory. Well into its own territory, I should say, at the 48-yard line. Good field position for the Dogs. This defense for the Lakers forced 4 turnovers versus Atlantis last Saturday, including a pick 6. But they have not been up to the task against the nation's number 2 team. Cooper continues to call the signals, and he will give it off. Big hole left side. It's Derek Mincy. Banged into the 30, bounces away from that. Down to the 15, down to the 10. Chased out of bounds. Might be a face mask. Oh, my goodness. Might be a face mask on the attempted tackle inside the 5. Mincy got a great hole on that left side, then used his speed to get downfield. The marker is sitting at the 6. And
Personal foul, face mask, defense number 3. Attack on half the distance to the goal line, still 1st down.
number 3 on the face mask, Charles Gordon. The ball will be at the 3-yard line. And so Georgia Military trying to punch it in. 46-yard run by Mincy. And it'll be 1st and goal from the 3 with 7:46 to go. Just too much speed for these guys. 2 running backs in the backfield. Niles is joining Mincy. Cooper lines up, swings it to Niles out of the backfield, and he got punched out of bounds shy of the goal line, about the 1. Well, head linesman says out of bounds at the 2, so only a 1-yard gain that time. A little slow to develop. Cooper got the man to jump on the left side. Pass to the corner of the end zone. It's incomplete. There's a penalty flag down there. A lot of jostling between the Bulldogs' intended receiver, Jalen Flood, and their defensive back, Kenwan Felton. Actually, he's a linebacker listed. So watch the two penalties. They jumped early, and then they also had a penalty, I think, in the end zone. Mr. Litsky will sort it out for us.
We have two penalties on the defense. Encroachment, defense. That penalty is declined. Holding on the defense, that penalty will be accepted and results in a first down, half the distance to the goal.
So defensive holding in the end zone, not pass interference. And the Dogs will get a first down at the 1. And the feature back now is Kinchin. He'll get the call, right side, comes back to the middle of the field and dances into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs. Trevor Kinchin. Trevon Kinchin, excuse me. Trevon from 1 yard out. 6:50 to go still before halftime. Cole Snyder trying to tack on the point after a little bit of a high snap, and the kick is going to be no good, wide left. So the Bulldogs unable to convert the PAT. 34-0. Bulldogs on top with 6 minutes, 50 seconds to go.
He's 1 for 2. That ain't bad.
We'll keep it here this time. Maybe after the next score. We'll take a break. Coming up this week on JockJive, more basketball for you on Tuesday. It's Pensacola Christian versus Coastal Alabama North in women's basketball. And then Coastal Alabama North's men's team will be taking on Southern Union. Again, that's men's hoops for you on JockJive Sports Tuesday. Bulldogs will be back in action next Saturday. Robert Williamson will have the call. The ball game up in Pennsylvania against Lackawanna. He was smart. He didn't make the travel to Utah last week as he got the feed camera-wise from the folks at Snow and called a great ball game. The Bulldogs win it in overtime last week against number 4 Snow. Cole with a high short kick, fielded from the 27. Are they going to call a fair catch was called? Head linesman stopped play very quickly at the 30-yard line. So 34-0, Bulldogs on top. The defense back out there. And a few fresh jerseys once again for the Bulldogs defensive squad.
30-yard line. Clayton State will start there. 1st and 10.
Sire Hardaway back in at quarterback for the Lakers, as Burrell had the last 2 series. Show a slot to the near side and the far side. Shotgun formation, just barely. And the give will be to the running back, and he's going to get stood up at the line of scrimmage. Ryan Deckel could find no room against the red shirts. Whole bunch of big guys up front for the Bulldogs. Clayton State trying to find some way to get back in this football game. A generous 2-yard gain to the 32-yard line. 2nd and 8 facing the Clayton State Lakers, coming in with a 5-2 record this afternoon. But they have played a couple of club teams, including Andrew College and Central Georgia Tech. They lost both of those ball games to the Division I opponents. Toss out on the left side complete. Andrew College was a loss, 27-21. And Central Georgia Tech beat these Lakers by a score of 7-6. They will face a 3rd down and 4 from the 36-yard line. We approach 5.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Bulldogs with a comfortable 5-touchdown lead. Hardaway back to pass. Rush from the right side. Pointing. Now rush from the left side. He's got 3 guys in there and a nice catch. Penalty flag flies. Pacer Kincaid came all the way across from the left side to the right side and made the catch right at the Bulldog bench. So we've got 2 penalty flags down. And it's right near midfield. Officials discussing the penalty situation.
Well, during the play, holding. Number 20 on the defense. That penalty is declined. The result of the play is a first down.
So they will take the yardage and get it inside Bulldog territory at the 45. Remember, a couple of drives ago, they got down to the Bulldog 9, but failed to convert 4th and goal from the 9. Long pass from Hardaway, and a penalty flag on GMC again.
Looks like we got a flag on the carry.
It'll be Karstarfen flag for that pass interference.
During the play, pass interference, defense, number 17, 15 yards, first down.
Hardaway threw it up there, didn't have a whole lot of zip to it. And the Bulldogs tried to break back to the football, but Karstarfen ran into the intended target, Kincaid. And so the pass interference results in a first down for the Lakers at the Dogs' 30. Hardaway looks to the play for the play call on the sideline. Hollers to his offensive line, gets the snap, moves to his left as a whole bunch of red shirts are on him, comes upfield, shakes one tackle, gets to the 20-yard line. He'll get a first down. Good effort by Hardaway that time to get a first down run. Bulldogs replacing players very consistently on the defensive plays this series. Of course, they want to keep that goose egg on the board. 1st and 10 Lakers at the Dogs 20. Hardaway zips it out on the right side. Catch is made on the receiver screen down to the 15-yard line. That was Clinton Rafe on the carry. And for the Bulldogs, Walker Hicks got a piece of him. A couple of other red shirts there. 5-yard gain, 2nd and 5, maybe closer to 4. Hardaway back to pass again. Rolling left. Now he's going to go. And the Bulldogs blast him down, but not before he gets a first down inside the 10.
Looks like Landon Vickers on that tackle.
Vickers on the stop for the Bulldogs. Last man to get up. First and goal from the 6, maybe closer to the 7. Lakers trying to punch it in for the first time today. No timeouts for them, remember. They burned them early. Couple in the first quarter, one here in the second quarter. Running back is Deacle. He goes off the left hip of Hardaway, who fires it off on the right side. It's complete. Did he stay in bounds enough? Did not. That was Kincaid with the catch. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Jorian Haynes pushed him out of bounds. 2nd and goal from the 2. Liberal changes both offensively and defensively. Lakers trying to knock it in from 2 yards out at the south end. They'll give it off and they'll be denied. Staying with the play, Jakiri Jones tackling Deacle. Deacle ran right into Jakari. And it's 3rd and goal with 2 minutes to go. They pushed the ball back to the 4-yard line. Maybe closer. Yeah, it's right on the 5-yard line, excuse me. So 3rd and goal from the 5. 3-yard tackle for loss.
This is a 2-minute timeout.
We've got our 2-minute timeout. We're going to step away as well. Bulldogs with a comfortable 34-0 lead, but the Lakers challenging here. Final 2 minutes of the first half. Next on JockJive Sports.
Pathways to opportunities are endless at Georgia Military College. Since 1879, we have transformed students into effective leaders and engaged citizens, grounded in civility and respect for others. Whether you want a traditional college experience, something closer to home, or education online that suits your schedule, Georgia Military College is committed to helping you succeed. Start here. Go anywhere.
Jeez.
You got me falling hard, sweet baby, you got me falling hard for you.
So after the 2-minute timeout, 3rd and goal from the 5 for the Lakers. Hardaway rolling to his right. Now he's going to go for the end zone. He fumbled it out of bounds inside the 5. He was challenged over there by Jorian Haynes. And Coney helped out. It's 4th and goal from the 5. The Dogs' defense strung it out. Didn't allow Hardaway to cut up field.
During the play, the ball was fumbled at the 5.5-yard line and went out of bounds at the 3-yard line. We go back to the 5.5-yard line and start the clock.
Good explanation, Mr. Litsky. Clock begins, 1:50 to go in the second quarter. Lakers on 4th and goal from the 5. Hardaway, play action fake and a throw, a screen, and he got it knocked down. Bulldogs got a big old hand up there, either 91 or 98. Benton with the pass deflection. I guess it was 90 they're saying down below. Aiden Benton knocking it down, and the Bulldogs defense holds again inside the 10. So the Bulldogs held early going of this second quarter at the 9-yard line on a 4th down play and goal. And 4th and goal from the 5. Dogs rushed 3 on Hardaway, and one of them got a big old hand up there and knocked it down. So with 99 seconds left, the Bulldogs will have the football one more time. Kinchin is the running back with Cooper at quarterback. Chip back to pass, going to throw long, and coming back to the football. No flag. He got a hand up there and grabbed the Bulldog hand, but it's incomplete. Ricardo Tarver on a go route, and Chip just couldn't quite get it far enough. Clock stops with 93 seconds left. 2nd and 10 from the Dogs' own 5. He wanted a bundle there and comes up short. Twin receivers either side now for Cooper. Stands on the goal line. Gets the snap, fades back into the end zone. Going to throw it out of the backfield. It's Kinchin down the near sideline, and he's shoved out of bounds around the 35. Kinchin will give him some real estate with 1:25 to go before halftime. It might have prevented a touchdown by pushing him out of bounds. Thought they might have had an angle on him downfield a little bit. Bulldogs have the ball at the 36-yard line. 1st and 10. Cooper back to pass again. Cooper looking, and it's broken up. Target was Zion Bryan from Ackworth, Georgia, North Cobb High. A little late getting to him, and he didn't go back to the football. Waited for it to come to him, and a defensive back got up there and knocked it down. I think that was Bernie again as the DB. 2nd and 10. Trips right, single receiver left. Cooper going to throw a screen, and it's complete to Mincy. Mincy makes one man miss. He's at midfield. Oh, he tried to tiptoe the sideline and went out of bounds. That's probably the best news for the Bulldogs because it stops the clock. Able to get down the line, but a flag down back behind the line of scrimmage. And this one may be coming back.
During the play, personal foul. Defense, number 0. Roughing the quarterback.
Oh.
Hand to the face. 15 yards, first down.
So a 15-yard penalty after the end of the run. So the Dogs will have a first down at the Laker 30. So hands to the face by Kenwan Felton allows the Bulldogs to march even closer to the Boylan Hall goal here at Davenport. Kinchin, the running back. They fake it to him. Cooper rolling right, throwing. Battle at the goal line, and it's incomplete.
Good defense back there by Clayton
Well,
State.
Felton made up for that one as he swatted it away from Tarver, the target. And it'll bring up 2nd and 10 from the 30 with 1 minute and 2 seconds remaining at Davenport Field. Now Mincy comes in at running back. Slots either side now for Cooper. 2nd and 10, back to pass. Gets away from one rusher, throws it out of bounds. Tried to hit the slot man on the near side, Talavas, the tight end, but it was about a yard out of bounds. Good rush that time by the Lakers as Cooper had difficulty getting that pass off. 3rd and 10 from the 30. Clock reading 55 seconds remaining. Cooper goes from the gun again and throws another screen, but Mincy got tangled up and was unable to track that one down as he and a couple of Lakers were locked up at the line of scrimmage. So it's 4th down and 10 from the 30. Bulldog offense staying out on the field. A little too far for Cole Snyder to try a field goal. Again, Perez out of the ball game after a targeting call. That was late in the first quarter, I should say. So 4th and 10 for the Dogs. Chip Cooper looking right. Play breaks down, comes to the near side, going to throw it, and it's tipped. And incomplete. Brandon Green, 6-foot defensive lineman from Monroe area, got a hand on the ball, and the Bulldogs turn it over on downs. Clayton will have 45 seconds left. Hardaway on the field as the quarterback for the Lakers. He'll deploy 4 receivers, 2 either side. His running back to his right is Deckel again. Taking lots of time here. Play clock at 5. Down to 2 seconds. And the snap. Steps up in the pocket. Gets away from the Bulldogs. Will try to scramble out of bounds and will. And he'll pick up just shy of the first down. Got 9 yards. Chased out of bounds by Wiley and by Creighton Horst. 2nd and 1. That will stop the clock with 38 seconds remaining before halftime. Hardaway back to pass again. Throws it over the middle, a little bit too high for Parker Kincaid near midfield. And it'll be 3rd down and 1. Crossing pattern there to Kincaid. And the Bulldogs had a couple of red shirts in the vicinity too. But a little too high and too hard. Only took 4 seconds off the clock. Kincaid going to try and run the football. Deckel left side. Deckel wrapped up a nice tackle at the 43-yard line. Just ran right into the Bulldog. And that's number 4 for GMC. Ryan Young, safety from Brunswick and Glen Academy. Clock ticks toward 20 seconds. Hardaway keeps 4 receivers out there. Gets the snap, fades back, runs up through the pocket, and tosses it off to his safety valve, and he'll go out of bounds to stop the clock. That's Faulkner with another good catch. He's been their leading receiver today. Only 5 seconds left, so it looks like we're going to have one more play here before the end of the quarter. Tanner Ennis from Pembroke, Georgia, has come on the field in the secondary. Bulldogs chase a couple of fresh linemen in there as well, including Walker Hicks on the defensive line at the end on the far side. So they get the football into the Bulldogs' territory at the 44-yard line. Maybe one more play here for the Lakers before the break. Hardaway with a clap and a snap, and he's back, rolled out of the pocket. Bulldogs chase him. Still with the football, throws against the grain, hits Faulkner again. Faulkner will get a 1st down, shakes a couple of tackles, finally secured at the 30-yard line. And that was Horst and Hicks again combining for the tackle. So the Lakers denied the end zone. Got 4th and goal a couple of times, once at the 9 and once at the 5, and unable to punch it in to the end zone in that first half. And Georgia Military College with a comfortable 34-0 lead at the break. Bulldogs scored on their first 3 drives. Then had to
soccer folks out to the field.
Give up the football on 1 punt for the day in that first half. Bulldogs with a great scoring effort in that first half of play. We'll recap the scoring for you in just a bit. Halftime here at Davenport Field. Number 2, GMC on top of Clayton State at 34-0. We'll come back and get the JUCO Rush coming your way at the break. You're on JockJive Sports.
You got me falling hard, sweet baby, got me falling hard for you. Still, I felt this way before, you know it's true. Still, you got me more and more. Oh, you got me falling hard.
6 athletes received first team.
Georgia Sports Medicine Center is proud to serve our Central Georgia athletes. We offer Georgia's most comprehensive team of sports medicine fellowship-trained surgeons. The well-trained staff is committed to the prevention, care, and rehabilitation of all athletic injuries. Ortho Georgia is excited to support student athletics by providing a free sports injury clinic in the fall on Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. The staff at Ortho Georgia works together to customize your rehabilitation program to ensure a speedy return to your activity. Remember Ortho Georgia, your home for orthopedic excellence.
Coach Blake being here today. So, Miracle.
And there you have it, one of the greatest, craziest, wildest finishes in NJCAA football. Northwest with the Hail Mary that was answered. They're calling it the Mississippi Miracle in some corners of the country, in some corners of the NJCAA. And Northwest wins that game 37-35. Welcome into the JUCO Rush. I'm Mike Fraser. He's Robert Williamson. Robert, that was an incredible. I watched that game from the second quarter all the way to its conclusion. Wow, I was exhausted. I couldn't believe what my eyes were seeing.
I agree. I was not watching the game. I was watching it on this, and I'm looking, in practically real time, and I just see that Holmes has, gone ahead, 12 seconds to play in the game. I'm like, it's over. And then about 20 seconds later, I check, and it ain't over. And, of course, big finish, Northwest wins. Congrats to Northwest, and hats off to them. Won what they had to win, how they had to do it.
Look, that game, the Holmes defense stopped Northwest on a 4th down from the 2. They got it at the 1. They marched 99 yards. John Ford, I mean, the magician, just zinging it downfield, just slipping it right through there, and they get the touchdown with 12 seconds left. And you're thinking, it's not over, but it's over. No. And then you see that. And that game, what a colossal shift. I mean, seismic with the national landscape and for Mississippi in the MACCC, that conference playoff is still anybody's to get in that North Division.
Man, what about the entire national scene? Because you got Garden City now with a completely rearranged record because of an ineligible player. You've got Georgia Military College knocking off Snow. You got Northwest beating Holmes. And then you got Tyler continuing to win football games. Things really have changed.
Well, the Apaches, first place they clinch. They're the number 1 seed out of the SWJCFC. Butler knocks off Hutchinson. Man, you're right. Just wild. But that football game, think about it now. Holmes, they need to win, I think. They got to win their football game. They play Thursday against East Mississippi. Say what you want about East Mississippi with their record. That's still a good football team with a ton of Division I talent. Marcus Woods, the head coach at Northwest, he knows that. And, man, they had it. They didn't have it. Then they had it. And then they didn't have it. Northwest still in great shape for a national postseason slot. And you're going to see in our standings in a moment. Look, Mississippi's going to shake itself out. Gulf Coast with 1 loss right now. Holmes and Northwest with 1 loss. But that's all going to shake out because they have a playoff. And I believe that whoever wins that conference in Mississippi will get one of those seats. I think we're that far enough along. We've seen enough from Gulf Coast, from Northwest, from Holmes, even Itawamba. They're pretty good. And so I think whoever wins that conference championship, East Central out of the South, those are your contenders. So that's what I think, Robert. So let's take a look at the NJCAA top 15 here. And, Robert, there you see the change. The Iowa Western victory vaults them to number 1. You see Georgia Military 2, Hutch 3. Your thoughts on the top 5?
Well, I'm telling you, my thoughts really go beyond the top 5 in that I think the team that may have benefited most from all of the changes, all of the things that happened last week is that team with a couple of losses but has won 6 straight, and that's the Apaches that we were talking about. They are now at the 7 spot, and they bump up 5 as a result. They got a big boost because of the play this past weekend.
Boy, they do. Darian White and Will Cornelison in the linebacker slot. Man, they are getting it done, playing great football. And, man, they are moving at the right time. They're going to be the number 1 seed out of the SWJCFC for that postseason, and they're right in the hunt for it. So a lot to shake out. Let's take a look at our JUCO Rush top 6 teams in the country. I also have moved Iowa Western to number 1. I'm moving Hutch down to 2, Georgia Military at 3. Mississippi, Gulf Coast 4, and then you see Northwest and Holmes. Now, again, Mississippi, I don't want to get lost in the weeds. Whoever comes out of that conference championship in all likelihood is going to get one of those slots. You got a bunch of one-loss teams there. So really the positioning doesn't matter. The big thing for Holmes is they got to win that football game if they want to have a crack at a national title. They got to win and rock and roll out. Northwest needs to keep on winning. Mississippi Gulf Coast needs to keep on winning out of that MACCC. Hutch with a bye this week. Look, the news there, Samari Collier, their quarterback, did not play in that game against Butler. And Robert, we talked about this. And look, we talked to Drew. We talked to Wayman Jordan when we had him on, the talented running back for Hutchinson. You take Samari out or you take Wayman out, that offense is a complete – I'm not going to say it's lost, but it is really there's just such an imbalance there, one without the other, and there's a catastrophic difference in that. And you saw that here with Samari being knocked out. And my sources tell me he's day-to-day. They don't play this week. They have a bye. He'll be ready to go in a week. So Hutch in pretty good shape. That's why I kept him at 2. If Samari's out longer, I'm probably going to move Hutch down a couple of lines. But I'm not going to penalize Hutch too much. It's a great football program. They got an awesome history, and they win. So that's my 1. My 2, I like Georgia Military at 3. I watched that game in its entirety at Snow. Great football game. Now, listen, GFC turns it over a lot. They did Saturday night, but man, they just had that will. And Keenan Phillips, if you watch this kid play, he is just tough, great tenacity, just goes hard at it. Chip Cooper had some quality runs. That offensive line able to do it when they had to. So that's my 3, and then Gulf Coast 4, and you see my 5 and 6.
Well, I got to ask, Mike, what is it about you putting a little shade on Georgia Military College, my Bulldogs? I mean, Hutch loses to a team that is ranked between 10 and 15, Butler with a couple of losses on the year. They just fall to 2. I know Collier being out is going to play a role, or did, as you mentioned, but I'm thinking Georgia Military, at least for the moment, needs to be the number 2 team.
No, I don't think so. I think 3 is the great spot for him. Listen, Hutchinson, the schedule they play, they just play steeper competition. So when we're going to split hairs like this, I'm going to give the edge to the conference teams here. And again, I am a Rob Manchester man. I'm a Georgia Military guy. I have a tremendous amount of respect on there. But when we're splitting hairs here, and that's what's going to come down to, Robert, when it comes to the 4 teams for the postseason. This is what the committee has to do. These are the decisions they have to make. And when I look at Hutchinson, I just can't do that quite yet. So I'm very comfortable with GMC in my 3 line.
Well, if you're splitting hairs, though, you're splitting hairs between a home and away game if you're looking at the Final 4, because 1 and 2 in the postseason will be at home, 3 and 4 will be on the road. So those splitting of hairs can be, mighty fine. I've got 3, Mississippi Gulf Coast. I'm moving Hutch after the loss down to 4, Northwest at 5. We agree on something. Well, let's see. We agree on 1 and 5. And now I've got to admit where 6 is concerned, man, it was difficult. You've got Holmes. I really toyed with putting Holmes at the number 6 spot. It's just that I think Tyler, at this moment, after winning the regular season conference title, they may be literally a top 4 team at this point, but you got to consider the scope of the entirety of the season, and they lost those 2 games early. So I put Tyler in versus Holmes at 6, but yeah, that was a struggle for me.
How do you leapfrog Georgia Military? And I know the NJCAA did the same thing, but what's your reasoning on putting them against over Gulf Coast and Hutch?
Well, they were already ahead of Gulf Coast and Hutch. Well, not Hutch, but Gulf Coast. The loss of Hutchinson to Butler. Now, I realize they got a backup quarterback in through 5 interceptions, but fact of the matter is they lose to a team that was ranked, I believe, number 12 at the time. They bumped up, obviously, after the win over Hutch. And again, I've mentioned this week in, week out. Somehow it's not resonating with you, Mike. I've tried to work with you, and this is just not resonating, that they lost only 1 to the then 1, eventually 2, and now back to number 1 in the country, Iowa Western, in overtime. And had they kicked the extra point and gone into double OT, who knows what might have happened on that given day. Mike, I mean, let's look again at my predicting. Did I not say nobody in the NJCAA would go unbeaten? Did I not predict Georgia Military College over Snow? Did I not pick East Mississippi over Copiah Lincoln this past weekend? You may want to, I can try to print a sheet out for you, and you may want to follow my keys en route to success.
Listen, quality wins for Georgia Military. Tyler, Lackawanna, and then they lost by 1 to Iowa Western, but they lost. Okay, Iowa Western could make the same argument. Well, we have 1 loss, and we went for 2 against Hutchinson, but they lost. It counts as a loss. Then I look at Hutchinson, quality wins. Iowa Western, Dodge. They play in, right now, arguably the toughest conference in the country. And again, the thing that holds me back are the prep teams. Just too many prep teams. And I'm not going to penalize a team like, in my case here, Hutchinson, who plays in a quality conference. And again, I think Georgia Military is very good. It's not like I have them at 7 or 8. I mean, they're right there. They're a big hitter. But I'm giving credit. Look what Iowa Western does. Scott Strohmeyer plays the toughest schedule in the country. He'll go anywhere, anytime to play anybody. And he's proven that over the last 3 or 4 years. So there's ways to do this. That's why I have who I have where I have them. So my 1 and my 2, I feel really good about. I love where Georgia Military is at, and they've got a big one with Lackawanna. That's why that was such a crippling loss to Snow. Now they need help. Snow needs help. And with this log jam out there, I don't see, and I think Snow folks will tell you too, is, while there's a pathway, man, it's awfully narrow. All right, let's take a look now at our players of the week. I'm going to start out with mine, and man, that Hail Mary game, I'm going with the quarterback, Holmes, John Ford. Incredible. 331 yards, 16 of 26 passing, 2 touchdowns. Just an incredible, what poise, what guts, what focus, what discipline to be able to take him 99 yards. And yes, I know they lost the game. Doesn't change what John Ford did. Came off the bench. Chase Richardson, I'm told the quarterback for Holmes is healthy. Look for him to play this weekend. But John Ford is my Mike Frazier's JUCO Rush Player of the Week. The other guy, I'm staying right there in that football game. Here's a guy right here. Look at this guy, huh? Good-looking running back out of Cortland, Mississippi. Plays for the Northwest Rangers, and that is Demarion Petit. What an effort. 30 carries, 189 yards, 2 touchdowns. And Robert, here's a great number on him. 189 touches this year, just 1 fumble. That man holds on to the football. So those are my JUCO Rush Players of the Week, presented by Pepsi and the good folks down in Gulfport, Allen Beverages, refreshingly local since 1947. That, of course, Pepsi. Robert, what do you have?
Well, my players of the game, one of them comes from that same game again, and we're talking about wide receiver Malcolm Boykin. He had 11 grabs, 222 yards, 47 along, almost 21 per catch, and a touchdown. I realize it was in a loss, but man, when a receiver receives better than 222 yards, he's worthy of some mention. And I go to the other side of the football to bring you my player of the week. It is Jarvis Coney of Georgia Military, in on 18 tackles, 6 solo, 12 assists, had a sack, a tackle for a loss. He broke up a pass, and obviously this guy can bow up against just about anybody in the NJCAA and fare pretty well. Those are my 2, Georgia Military's Jarvis Coney and wide receiver from Holmes, Malcolm Boykin.
All right, let's take a look at our key games of the week. Robert, what do you have? Let's see here. All right.
Well, I'm going with these 2 games because of the impact. Northwest and Itawamba, obviously, it's got a huge impact, not only nationally, but in Mississippi as well in the North Division. And there's, in that particular game, 3 teams, maybe even 4, very interested. Northwest and Itawamba, obviously, and then Holmes and East Mississippi. So a game that's going to have that kind of impact, it's got to be one of my key games. And then Butler and Iowa Western, because, heck, you're playing the number 1 team in the country. I would love to know, and I doubt seriously the stats have been kept, or you'd really have to do some extensive research. But when has a team, Butler, in this particular case, played the number one team in the nation back-to-back weeks? It can't happen very often, if at all, previously. But Butler, again, put to the test. And this game key, because if Iowa Western is knocked off, man, you got a big change on the national landscape.
Oh, you do. Look at Iowa Western again having to go up against another ranked team, another program like the Grizzlies that are just incredible tradition and flying high after that win over Hutch last week. My two, Tyler and Navarro. Tyler with the number one seed, but Tyler now, you know what Tyler has on their mind right now, Robert? National playoff slot. They know they got to keep on winning to have a crack at it. So this is a big football game. Navarro, you know what they're thinking? SWJCFC conference playoffs. They got to get this one here. It's Texas. It's a great league. It's one of the storied programs or one of the storied conferences in the history of the NJCAA. This is going to be a great football game. Then I'm going down to Mississippi, East Mississippi and Holmes. Huge game for Holmes for the conference playoffs, and then also for the national championship four-teamer by the NJCAA. They need to win this game if they want to continue thinking about going to the national playoffs. And not only that, you got Marcus Wood, who used to coach at East Mississippi with Buddy. You know, it's been a while since Holmes won a football game. I want to say it's been since 2003 since Holmes made the playoffs. It's their homecoming game. They're playing a matinee Thursday at 3. Huge game for Holmes. Huge game for this program. And let's see what happens. I think those are the two key games going on this weekend.
Hey, before we leave, we got to pick them. And you want me to pick first?
Yeah, go for it. Who you got?
I got Northwest taking Itawamba. I'm going to go with Iowa Western over Butler. I will take Tyler until they lose again. And in an upset, I'm picking East Mississippi.
I'm taking Northwest. I'm going to Iowa Western. I'm going to jump on the Navarro train on this one. I think Navarro's it's a good spot for him. No slight to the Apaches. I just think Navarro gets him. It's a tough league down there. East Mississippi and Holmes. Boy, that was such a tough loss last week. I'm going to go with the home team. I'm going to jump on that Bulldog train. I believe in them. I think Marcus will get them ready. Huge game. I like Holmes in this one. That'll wrap on the show. This has been the JUCO Rush. Robert, always good to visit with you, my good man. Have yourself a great weekend.
You do the same.
Thanks to Pepsi. Great partners. Terrific partners. Here's to Allen Beverages down in Gulfport doing a terrific job. And they understand the junior college game from an education standpoint and from an athletics standpoint. So Allen Beverages, refreshingly local since 1947. So long, everybody.
We welcome you back to Davenport Field as the kickoff is underway for the second half. Dogs leading 34-0 and retrieved by Clinton Rafe, and he was blasted about the 25-yard line. Bulldogs got 2 touchdown passes from Chip Cooper and a touchdown run as well from the quarterback, Derek Mincy, and Trevon Kitchen. Both added rushing touchdowns for the 34-0 lead for GMC. So Clayton State had 2 chances inside the Bulldogs' 10, one at the 9, one at the 5, and couldn't convert 4th down either time and held out of the end zone. So 1st and 10 for Clayton State at the 25. And we have a running clock here in the second half. They will hand it off, and wrapped up immediately is the ball carrier Ryan Deacle. And the Bulldogs got an immediate tackle by Aiden Benton. Benton, the 3rd leading tackler for GMC coming into this afternoon's play with 40 total tackles on the season. Gain of a generous yard. 2nd down and 9. Trips to the right. Hardaway back in there at quarterback. Now he runs into the pocket and runs away from the Bulldogs. He'll get a first down, and the Dogs knock him into the bench. Oh, my goodness. Knocked him into the stick, and we're going to get a penalty flag thrown on Jorian Haynes. Hopefully Hardaway's okay. Haynes didn't really need to hit him at all as he was going out of bounds on that far sideline. And an unsportsmanlike call will be called on GMC's Jorian Haynes, I imagine.
Personal foul. Late hit out of bounds. Number 8 on the defense. 15 yards. First down.
So just a personal foul.
It's that time of the game. We'd like to recognize some of the parents and friends.
And the Lakers will get to the 45-yard line. Now they're going to keep moving toward midfield. It'll be at the 49-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Lakers as they'll scrimmage from their own 49. Two receivers either side of the offensive line for Hardaway. Checks off the play, comes up to the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10 after the run and the penalty added on. Hardaway going to air it out near sideline, and almost a great catch by Savion West. Left his feet at the 20, dove forward, and it went right through the arms, unfortunately. And it'll be 2nd and 10 from their own 49.
Anthony Carter down there on defense. Number 3.
Anthony Carter, a freshman corner from Valdosta and Lowndes High School on the coverage.
2nd and 10 for Clayton State from the 49-yard line.
Deckel in the pistol formation by just a yard, and he'll get the handoff, and he'll run right into the Bulldogs. Once again, Aiden Benton with a tackle. Benton, a redshirt freshman out of Hampton, Georgia, from Lovejoy High. A couple of tackles on this series. 3rd and 10 from the 49-yard line. Hardaway with a long count, gets the snap, rushed out of the pocket, comes to the near side, and just throws it away.
99 in hot pursuit.
Pursuing him was Gamphy, and Coney also chased him out of bounds. The leading tackler for the Bulldogs this year, Coney. And it brings up 4th down and 10 as the Lakers can't get inside Bulldog territory on their first drive of the second half.
Thanks for coming today.
That incomplete pass stopped the clock, so I guess we don't have a running clock yet. Maybe that'll come in the 4th quarter. Well, now it started back up again. Ware back to punt. Make it West, I'm sorry. Beautiful punt for the first time today. Fair catch called for and made by Darrell Bland Jr. inside the 20-yard line. And a penalty flag comes in. So watch the call. Marker is at the 26, it looks like. So before Bland made the catch back at the 24. Dogs scored on their first 3 possessions.
During the kick, personal foul, face mask, White, number 7. 15 yards will be added to the end of the kick. First down.
So the Dogs will get the benefit of the face mask and will scrimmage from their own 34-yard line. And Jalen Brown is in at quarterback to start this 3rd quarter. As we told you, Jalen, the backup quarterback, 21 of 34 with 4 touchdown passes on the year. And they fumble the exchange, but Brown falls backward on the football and makes the catch and makes the possession-saving grab of the football. They're going to say no change, and it'll be still at the 34-yard line. Bulldogs have Mincy in the backfield. Smith in the slot on the near side, Nikivis in the slot on the far side. Brown back to pass. Gonna go route, and it's out of bounds. The intended target was Tarver. Threw it to the boundary side and ran out of real estate. So it's 3rd down and 10. Check at 3rd and 15. Thank you, Paul. Dogs scrimmage from their 29-yard line. And again, our clock is stopped.
Motel Bass folks. Hey, thanks for coming, you guys.
Brown gets the snap, fakes the handoff, back to pass, looking left, and now he will be sacked, and a penalty flag comes in as the offense will be charged with holding thrown by the referee. They will see if they're going to take the penalty or the down. They're going to take the down and force a 4th down for GMC.
Holding, offense number 78. That penalty is going to be declined. 4th down.
So the second unit struggling on offense, and they will have to punt the football back. Snyder will be handling the punting chores. Again, in case you missed it earlier, Freddie Perez was ejected for targeting in the first quarter. Snyder bangs it out of there. Oh, beautiful high, deep kick. Sails inside the 25 and rolls out of bounds inside the 20. Out of the 16-yard line. Snyder, the backup place kicker, will be handling those chores the rest of the day and bangs out his second punt of the day, averaging just under 41. He got all of that and more. So Clayton State starts at its 16-yard line, if you can hear me. 11:46 to go, 3rd quarter. No change in the score so far in this 3rd frame. Slots either side now for Hardaway. And whistles and flags, got procedure call on Clayton State. So they'll be backed up 5 yards.
74 and 72.
Not just one guy, but 2 guys, according to Will Litsky. So Hardaway will see him scrimmage from the 9. And a 1st and 15. Two receivers either side of the offensive line. Inside handoff and then a pitch back going to right corner, and he stepped out of bounds, but they didn't call him out of bounds. Now the linesman's going to call it. Back at the 5-yard line, and the Bulldogs have a man down. They pitched it back to Pritchard Williams, and number 91 for the Bulldogs, Mayan Conaway, is the injured Bulldog, but he's getting up. I think he's more mad than anything. So the Bulldogs shut him down back at the 6, a loss of 3. 2nd down, about 20 coming now for the Lakers as they back up toward the north goal. Hardaway rolls to the left, throws against his body, got a man there, tried to make a one-hand grab. Did Pritchard Williams, the wide receiver from Lithonia, almost came down with it at the 1st down stick just beyond it there. Coverage for GMC was Kasai Jones out of Thompson, Georgia. 3rd down and 20. Play clock ticks down to 17. Lakers trying to get a play in here on 3rd and long. Hardaway, immediate screen left side to a wide receiver. That is Faulkner, and Faulkner got blasted out of bounds before he got to the first down stick. So he got chased out at the 20-yard line. So it's not enough for a first down, but Faulkner did a good job of getting some of that yardage back. It'll be 4th down and 5. Maybe closer to 6 for the Lakers. And they will send Savion West back to punt. Darrell Bland Jr. back to receive the punt, and he's standing inside Laker territory. High snap, no rush by the Dogs. West will pop it up. Good punt, fair catch called for. A diving catch right at midfield by Darrell Bland. So that's where the Dogs will scrimmage. See if the second unit can come up with a better drive this time. They'll take over with 9:28 to play. About 2 minutes and 20 seconds off the clock on that drive by the Lakers. So Jalen Brown, the redshirt freshman from LaGrange, Georgia, and LaGrange High School, at the controls for GMC. Lee Niles is in the slot to the near side. They'll give it off. Bulldogs run it on the left side, putting his shoulder down and driving for 7 yards and keeping the legs moving. Good run that time for GMC, and that will be Tamarian Peters out of Eatonton in Putnam County. Peters had 19 carries for 157 yards and a touchdown prior to today. And we've got an injured player down, number 30 for the Lakers, Mekhi Brown from Warner Robins, linebacker out of Houston County. He's on his feet, and they're examining him there. And he will head off the field. Looked a little groggy.
Baptist Church Youth Group. Hey, thanks for coming today. Chip Cooper, number 3.
So Brown facing a 2nd down and 2 with 9:18 left in the third quarter. No change in the score from halftime. It's still 34-0 Dogs. Bulldog on the near hash mark here, and so the 2 receivers who come to the near side. H-back on the near side as well. Brown with Peters next to him. Peters gets a call, gets a first down, dances to the 40 and down to about the 38. He was stopped by Felton, the linebacker from Macon. First down Dogs. They'll punch it inside the 40 at the 38-yard line. Got a lot of movement. Flags down, and the pass is incomplete at the 20-yard line. Chris Phillips, check it, I'm sorry, it's number 18.
Encroachment, defense, number 40, 5-yard penalty.
So 5-yard walk-off on the Lakers will bring up 1st and 5 for GMC. As they'll get to the 33-yard line now. Clock at 8:49 and rolling. High snap, Brown reaches out and hands it off. Peters puts his head down at the 25 and keeps on going to near the 20-yard line. Kamari Murphy from Riverdale, Georgia, and Riverdale High with a stop. But Peters picks up the first down for Georgia Military College. Just outside the 20. Another give to Peters. Left side he goes again. And he rumbles down to the 10-yard line. Almost got 10 full yards on that, or maybe more. Going to be short of a first down, though. And we've got a Laker down. That is Murphy, who is down on the deck. Dogs will have a 2nd and 1 after back-to-back runs by Tamarian Murphy. Check it, Tamarian Peters from Eatonton. The redshirt freshman goes 5'10" and 225. Be sure to subscribe to the JockJive YouTube channel. Just click on the subscribe button. Plus, you can follow us on Facebook, X, Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. Coming up tomorrow here on JockJive Sports, it's the ACCC Volleyball Championships, plus the ABC Fall League and Showcase Series Fall Baseball. That's all tomorrow on JockJive Sports. Bulldogs at 8-1, number 2 in the country, trying to win their 9th game and head to Lackawanna, Pennsylvania next week for the final regular season game against the Eagles. They have defeated the Eagles earlier this season.
2nd down and 1.
And another win against the Eagles would put them in the 4-team playoff for the national championship. Bulldogs have Flood out to the left side in the slot. Okalai is the wide receiver at the numbers. 2nd and 1 with Jalen Brown in the shotgun. Handoff again to Peters, left side, plenty of room, down to the 5, keeps churning, backs his way down to the 2. A hard, big load to bring down. 1st and goal for the Bulldogs. He was stopped finally by Aiden Flukers. GMC. Again, it's Peters. This time he's in the end zone. 2-yard score.
Peters with the TD.
Tamarian Peters with his 2nd touchdown of the season. Exactly 2 minutes off the clock here in the 3rd quarter. Peters, his 2nd touchdown of the season. Mincy, Kinchin, and Cooper adding rushing scores as well. The point after is good by Cole Snyder. As the Bulldogs tack on 7 more. It's 41-0. We're going to step away for this break. Take a timeout. GMC with a 41-0 lead.
Medicine Center is proud to serve our Central Georgia athletes. We offer Georgia's most comprehensive team of sports medicine fellowship-trained surgeons. The well-trained staff is committed to the prevention, care, and rehabilitation of all athletic injuries. Ortho Georgia is excited to support student athletics by providing a free sports injury clinic in the fall on Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. The staff at Ortho Georgia works together to customize your rehabilitation program to ensure a speedy return to your activity. Remember Ortho Georgia, your home for orthopedic excellence.
Back with you at Davenport Field. It's 41-0. GMC on top of the first-year program club team. The Lakers of Clayton State. Bulldogs, of course, and the Division I of NJCAA Football. They have to search high and low to get opponents and take what you can, I guess, unfortunately for Georgia Military College. But they have knocked off 8 of the 9 teams. Kick from the 25, bounces up into West's hands at the 22, and then he got wrestled down at the 25. Great downfield coverage by GMC. That's Tanner Ennis. Tanner out of Pembroke, Georgia. So the Lakers will scrimmage from their 25-yard line. And Hardaway still at quarterback. Burrell had a couple of series in that first half. Hardaway will run, and he'll get tackled. And he'll get tackled for a loss. Number 40 on the stop that time for GMC. Damari Jordan, freshman from Griffin in Spalding High. The linebacker with his tackle for loss of 3 yards. Second and 13. They've stayed in that same formation just about every time today with 2 receivers on either side of the offensive line. Hardaway back to pass, looking right, flushed again. Steps up and sacked back at the 10-yard line. Ball is loose, recovered by GMC, and a touchdown for the Dogs. Oh my goodness. Kamasi Washington gets the fumble recovery and the score. Kamasi out of Hancock Central and nearby Sparta. He picked that up from about the 10-yard line, I believe. And Kamasi rolls it in for 6. Cole Snyder to try and tack on the point after. That didn't take long. Less than a minute off the clock. Well, actually a minute and 7 seconds. Snyder sticks it through. 48-0. GMC on top with 6:30 to play here at Davenport. Clayton got the ball at the 7:21 mark. So a minute and 9 seconds off the game clock, and that was it.
We have the Turner family here today. George Turner, number 7.
Bulldogs are right at their season average in points scored, and they lead the nation in Division I NJCAA football in points per game at 48. So they've hit their average, and we still have 6.5 minutes of this third quarter, and whatever is left of the fourth quarter. They may shorten the quarter or have a totally running clock for quarter number 4. Defensive touchdown for the Bulldogs. So the Dogs defense gets some points today. Snyder to kick it off once again. Another short kick to the 17-yard line. It's West up the near numbers. Gets to the 30 and wrestled down again. Another big contact hit by Damari Jordan. So the Dogs defense will get back out there once again. Clayton will start at its 30-yard line, just across it toward the 31, maybe officially at the 31. And now Burrell is in at quarterback. He will hand it off. And I got a number 29 with the carry, but no number 29 on the roster for the visitors. Oh, that's 28 again. And now he's turned from defense to offense. That's Bernie on the carry. And he doesn't get much that time. They'll go from the 37-yard line. 3rd down 4 for the Lakers. 5.5 to go. Third quarter. Bernie slings it out left side. Completes it to Dorian Kitchen. And Kitchen just got hammered. Javon Kitchen on the tackle of Kitchen. He got the first down with his forward momentum after the catch at the 41.
Clayton State with the first down on the 41-yard line.
Lakers will scrimmage from their own 41. Burrell has 2 receivers left and 2 receivers right. It is number 29 as the running back, I believe. And they're going to go on a pitch to number 7 coming around the slot on the left side. That is Jaden Swain. And Landon Vickers, the linebacker from Madison and Morgan County, with a hit. Gain out to the 44. Second down and close to 7 yards to go for a first down. Burrell swings it out. It's intercepted, and it's going to be a pick 6 from the 46-yard line. Touchdown, Dogs. Javon Kitchen. Javon Kitchen from 46 yards on the pick 6.
He's a happy camper out there, I'll tell you that. Javon Kitchen.
Back-to-back defensive scores for GMC. And they've got a Laker down at the 20-yard line. Burrell just fired it out there on the left side. Had a man, but overthrew him, and Kinchin was right there to pick it and score. Four minutes, 5 seconds before the end of the third quarter, and Georgia Military with a comfortable lead here. Davion McGill from Albany and Monroe High School down there is the injured Laker. Still trying to get his senses back, it looks like. Well, the big Bulldogs in Athens, well, they're actually in Jacksonville today. We'll be kicking off in about a half an hour or less against the Florida Gators. Snyder will try it again for the point after. I think we got the backup unit as snapper and holder, and that's drilled through.
4 out of 5 this afternoon.
55-0. GMC on top with 4 minutes and 5 seconds left. If you want to watch this and every GMC football game this season, you can sign up for the JockJive Premium channel. Get access to every game on the website, plus unlimited downloads. And that's all for just $25. Remember that for the 2025 campaign, $25 and $25 for JockJive Sports. Back-to-back defensive scores, a scoop and score, and then a pick 6. And the Dogs in charge at Davenport today. West back there to receive another kickoff. He has been busy back there returning kicks. Cole Snyder to do the honors for GMC again. Kicked in between the two levels, and it's going to be an up man at the 25. Breaks a tackle there and can't get to the 30. That's Deckel on the return. And a whole bunch of Bulldogs came down to make the stop, including Tanner Ennis.
Clayton State will start about the 30-yard line.
And our clock at 3:51 left in quarter number 3. Hope the Dogs can save some points for next Saturday at Lackawanna against the number 11 Eagles. They're taking on Monroe University today on the road. That'll be the matchup next Saturday here on JockJive Sports. And Hardaway, the quarterback, back in there. He'll hand it off. They'll try their luck on the left side and not get anywhere. Damari Jordan with a stop for Georgia Military. And it will be a loss of 3.
Second down for Clayton State.
So Burrell is pulled for Hardaway at quarterback. Hardaway back to pass. Hit as he throws, and it's picked off again at the 35-yard line. Could be another pick 6. It will be another pick 6. Creighton Horst returns it from 35 yards out.
32. Creighton Horst.
3 straight defensive scores for Georgia Military College. Nobody in white near the football. Hardaway just threw it right into the grasp of Horst. And with 3:09 to go, Snyder trying for the point after. Low snap dug out by the holder. Good job and a good kick. And it's 62-0. GMC on top. And we still have 3 minutes and change left in the third quarter here at Davenport. Gracious. Both quarterbacks have thrown an interception return for a touchdown. Kamasi Washington forced Burrell to fumble the football at the 10. He returned it into the end zone for a scoop and score. And the defense about to catch up with the offense in terms of number of touchdowns today. Offense had 5 scores in the first half. They got another score on a Peters 2-yard touchdown run. So it's 6-3, the offense leading the defense in scoring today. And the Lakers yet to dent the scoreboard on the other side. One more time. We've got Snyder back to kick it off. And they're changing return men, it looks like. Snyder's been popping it up between the levels of their turn, not driving it deep. And probably Deco will get another shot. He's creeping up toward the 35. The kick by Snyder, he topped it. It'll be picked up at the 35-yard line by Deco and then wrestled down at the 45.
Kalen Curry, 49.
Jonathan Navakis on special teams. Kalen Curry helped out as well. $62-0. GMC on top. Clayton will start at its 45. Lakers put a beat down on Atlantis University last week, 55-6, where they're on the other side of the ledger today. Tough day for the folks from Morrow, Georgia. And Burrell is back, and he will hand it off. They'll punch it into Bulldog territory for a 6-yard gain. Number 26 on the carry, DeJuan Springer. Second down 4. Under 2.5 to go here in the third quarter. It's belonged to the Bulldog defense. Burrell back to pass, and now he's going to get sacked. Wrestled down with a big tackle. Trent Mapp, freshman from Lawrenceville out of Archer High, 6'2" and 300 pounds for Trent Mapp. And he will blast him back a couple of yards inside Laker territory now as we slide under 2 minutes to go. Ball back at the 48-yard line of the Lakers. Burrell in trouble again. Check it. It's number 18 at the quarterback. And that's Sterling Knowles, the freshman from Atlanta and Lakeside, seeing a lot of red in front of him, and he gets sacked again. So Coach Atkins has gone to his third-string quarterback here, trying to get some experience for the young man. It's 4th and 9, and the Lakers are going to punt this one away. A minute 20 to go in the third quarter. Darrell Bland Jr. still punt returner back there. Mapp getting congratulations as he comes to the sideline. West will have to back up for the snap. No rush at all. He's going to run with the football and finally punt it away. Bland will try from the 23 and got hit at the 25-yard line. And it got a little bit of scrimmage upfield, but no flags thrown. A Bulldog and a Laker got tangled up there at the 40.
43, Liam Fordham's got a mom here, and surprise, surprise, there's a girlfriend out there too with the mother. Liam Fordham's mom.
GMC will start at its 25. Leading 62-0. 3 defensive touchdowns here in the third quarter. Dogs had piled up a 34-0 first half lead. Looks like Mincy's in the backfield. Brown still at quarterback. We may see our third string quarterback Phillips come in. Mincy gets the call, and he will dance to the 25, so not much doing there. Nothing doing for Derek that time. Second down and 10 from the 25. Down to 20 seconds to go in the quarter. Brown taking a long look to the sideline. The play clock hasn't even started. 9 seconds left on the game clock. Brown with a clap and a snap, rolls to the left, and he'll have to tuck it under his left arm and get out of bounds at the 30-yard line, but that'll do it for the quarter. GMC going to the fourth frame, leading 62-0 over the Lakers. We'll come back to Davenport Field right after this on JockJive Sports.
Pathways to opportunities are endless at Georgia Military College. Since 1879, we have transformed students into effective leaders and engaged citizens, grounded in civility and respect for others. Whether you want a traditional college experience, something closer to home, or education online that suits your schedule, Georgia Military College is committed to helping you succeed. Start here. Go anywhere.
And we welcome you back for the fourth quarter at Davenport Field. Final regular season home game for the Bulldogs. Unsure if they'll get a playoff game here at Davenport if they make the playoffs. But what a great season for GMC. Again, they only lost one ball game to this point, and it was by 1 point in overtime right here at Davenport to Iowa Western. So they are 2 points away from a perfect season to this point. But they're number 2 in the land. And they'll have the football to start the fourth quarter, heading toward the south goal, Davenport Field, the Franklin Street goal. A third down coming. Third down and 5 from about the 31-yard line.
Third down for the Dogs.
Tight end and H-back will flop to the right side. Jalen Brown at quarterback. Hands it off. And that'll be enough for a first down on a carry to the right side for GMC. Ball carrier that time for the Bulldogs was
Mincy on that last carry.
number 43, Liam Fordham.
First down.
Nope, it was Mincy, I'm sorry. I thought it was Fordham was in there blocking from tight end. First and 10 for Georgia Military. Ball at their own 36-yard line. Two men split out to the left side. Brown back to pass. He'll heave it far, and it will be incomplete. Right through the hands of Lee Niles. Defender was right with him, stride for stride. Might have gotten a finger on it to deflect it momentarily for Niles, who couldn't reel that long pass in. Second and 10 from the 36. Dogs with 3 defensive touchdowns in the third quarter, adding to the big lead at 62-0. And apparently we're not going to have a running clock, folks. This club team is going to get clubbed the rest of the day. Fake to Mincy. Brown puts his shoulder down and drives to the 40-yard line. Well, that defender definitely got popped, as Brown got a piece of linebacker Jordan Spencer. Wow. Jalen running with some authority there. Got 4 yards to the 40, and the Dogs face a 3rd and 6. The give will go to the right side, and not going to get the first down, only about 2 or 3. Needed 6. It was Mincy on the tote once again. And Bernie on the stop for them. Dogs will go for it on 4th down and 4. Trying to draw them offside, but they hold fast. Dogs look to the sideline. Fourth down and 4, conversion down. Brown going to carry it himself, try to get to the edge, and he's hemmed inside and going to be dropped for a loss. A sack of the Bulldog quarterback, and a whole bunch of white shirts hemmed him in. They did not let him get that corner on the left side. Clayton takes over inside Bulldog territory at the 44-yard line. And we'll see who's at quarterback this time. Is it Knowles? Nope, it's going to be Burrell, and Burrell will hand it off, and he's going nowhere except backwards. Rudely escorted down by a trio of Bulldogs. That was Ryan Deckel on the carry. Mikkel Roberts among that trio to stop him. And it will be a 3-yard loss. Burrell back to pass again. Now he's in trouble. He'll be sacked near midfield. Davian Foster and Vaishon Moody combined for the sack. And that's another loss on the play for the Lakers. Back to their own 49-yard line. So 3rd down, 16 now for Clayton State as we hit 11 minutes to play in the 4th quarter. Dogs set up on a man-to-man defense on 3rd and long. Burrell back to pass, launches it, and almost a diving catch at the 15-yard line. Great effort. Just a little long for Savion West. That will bring up 4th down and 16. And their offense will stay on the field.
Down from our 49-yard line.
Try to pin the Dogs back a little bit at least on 4th and long. Burrell comes to the near side, chased from the near side, and he throws it out of bounds into the Bulldog bench. And that was the guy who had the fumble recovery, Washington, charging from that left defensive end spot. So the ball on downs to GMC. Took just barely 2 minutes off the clock to the Lakers. As we are at 10:19 to play in this contest. Dogs led 21-0 at the end of the first quarter. 34-0 at halftime. Punched in 3 defensive scores in the 3rd quarter. And now lead 62-0. And it looks like we've got Chris Phillips in at quarterback now. Nope, it's still Brown. Brown drops it off, and it's dropped. Out of the backfield, a little wheel play. As GMC tried to hit Peters on the run out of the backfield. And Peters unable to make the grab. 2nd and 10 from the 49. Brown checks on the play call. Apparently no change in it. H-back goes to that far side. Go with a run this time as the Bulldogs crack across Laker territory. And that's Peters again.
Peters on the carry.
Peters scored in the third quarter.
About 7.
His second touchdown of the year, midway through the second quarter. 3rd down 7 now, facing Georgia Military with 9:18 left and the clock ticking. Jalen Brown drops back to pass, slings it out. There's the catch this time as Peters is chased out of bounds by Arlington Burney. And Peters held on to that wheel pass this time and made the catch and will get a first down for Georgia Military. Brown looking to throw again. Launches it long, got a man open, and he made the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, GMC. No, he knocked it away. Apologies. I thought he had it, but as he came to the earth, he lost control of it. That's Tarver with the big bomb. Couldn't reel it in from 33 yards out. 2nd and 10. Clock at 8:34 left.
In the game for the Bulldogs, number 18.
Brown again looking to throw. Fires it again on the left side and aired it out a little too long. That time the target was Darrell Bland Jr. So 3rd and 10 for Georgia Military as the Bulldogs' second string quarterback can't quite find the connection so far. Dogs will stay with slots left and right. Brown going to throw a screen pass, completes it to Peters, and Peters is going to get bumped out of bounds inside the 5. Wow. That wasn't Niles. It was? Okay, it was 17. I thought it was 27. Apologies.
1st and goal.
1st and goal for the Bulldogs at around the 3. Peters is the feature back next to quarterback Jalen Brown. First and goal from the 3. Slant in from the left side is incomplete. And that was intended for Niles.
Intended for Lee Niles, incomplete.
2nd and goal from the 3. 62-zip GMC cruising to its 9th win of the year on sophomore day as the 20 sophomores on the roster honored prior to our kickoff today. Peters off the left hip. He'll get the call right side and will get into the end zone without a white shirt touching him. Demarion Peters with his second score of the afternoon, his 3rd touchdown of the season. Running out of ammo in the cannon down there. 7:37 left. Cole Snyder will try to tack on the 69th point of the day. New holder is Reed Stansel, who is the snapper on the first unit. And that one is a line drive. And did it go over the crossbar? Penalty flag down. I thought it went over the crossbar, barely. They're saying the kick is no good.
It appears the Cole Snyder streak is over, ladies and gentlemen.
But watch the penalty marker. If it's against the Lakers, the Dogs will get another shot. Officials discussing the penalty on the point after try by Snyder. Apparently went below the crossbar. Looked like it just barely skimmed across the top. Both officials kind of looked at each other. And Will Litsky will let us know.
The result of the play was a unsuccessful try. However, we do have offsides on the defense, number 27. Half the distance, replay the try.
So the Lakers guilty of offside. And the Dogs will, looks like they've got the offense out there to try for a two-point conversion. I see Kinchin out as a running back. And Derek Mincy is there, so the Dogs will go with their full house backfield apparently. Yep, 3 running backs will be behind the quarterback. Go for the two-point try. Oh, direct snap now to Kinchin, and Kinchin will get into the end zone for the 2. And the Dogs have put 70 on the board with 7:37 to go in the ball game. Two-point conversion by Kinchin. 70-0 over the Lakers. Well, Paul and I were talking. We thought maybe they'd hit 70 again today, and sure enough, Georgia Military with 7-0. 10 touchdowns on the day, basically. And 3 by the defense. I'm not sure about that, Paul, whether they gave up a point yet or not. But, well, they did, yeah, at home games. It's very possible. They've shut out folks here at Davenport. Of course, they outscored Snow in overtime last Saturday out in Utah, 31-24 in the overtime period. Snyder to kick it away. This one's much deeper. They have to track back to the 12, and it's returned by Kincaid. Goes to the far numbers and then is wrestled down at the 22. So we're halfway home in the fourth quarter.
Tackle number 17.
And GMC enjoying a 70-0 lead over the Lakers of Clayton State. They'll start at their 24-yard line. First-year club team out of Morrow, Georgia. Sterling Knowles at the controls. He'll get the snap and hand it off, trying to get the corner. And he is tackled. Nothing doing. Dogs deny the edge there to number 29. And it'll be a loss of at least a yard, yard and a half, as we settle under 7 minutes here. Second down and close to 12. They have stayed in that same 2-by-2 look most of the day. Only changed it up a couple of possessions. Knowles with a hitch route, right side. Catch is made, and then not much further after the Karstafen on the tackle. Freshman from Lawrenceville. And no positive yardage on that little hitch pass. 3rd and 12. Lakers with a long look to the sideline. Got plenty of time on the game clock and the play clock. Play clock at 25 still. Knowles will send 3 receivers to the near side. Hey, they change up the formation a little bit. Go with a pistol formation. Now they'll swing Deckel back up on the left hip. Swing it out to him, and he overthrew him. Bulldogs with good pursuit and almost getting a hand on it was Davion Foster. 4th down and 12, or maybe 11, and they'll have to punt it. Bland Jr. will drop deep to retrieve the punt of Savion West. He's had a whole lot of punts today.
Junior back about the 50-yard line.
Pursuit up the middle, almost got a piece of it. Here's Bland from their 49. 40, 35, 30, and got horse-collared there at the 25. Do I see a flag yet? No.
Nice run back by Bland.
Gracious, nice run back by Bland Jr., but 15 yards or half the distance actually should have been tacked onto it because he snuck a hand up inside the top of the jersey to bring him down. Dogs will have a short field to start with at the 25-yard line. 5:15 left. And now the Bulldogs will put Chris Phillips in the ball game. Redshirt freshman from Clarksville, Tennessee, from Davidson Academy. Chris at 6 foot and 215. A redshirt freshman for the Bulldogs. 2 for 11 for the year. Just 10 yards. No touchdowns and interception. And flags down on the snap.
I'll start. Number 86 on the offense. 5-yard penalty. 1st and 15.
Wide out on the far side. Got an early jump. Mason Mulder from Hoxton, Georgia, and Trinity Prep. 1st and 15, back at the 30 now. Phillips has to elude a couple of tackles, comes back to the near side. Now he's going to go with it, and he will get the penalty yardage back and a couple more. He got hit pretty hard high, and we've got a Laker needing some help getting to his feet. Again, that was Bernie. He's played a lot on the defense, called his name a number of times today. 2nd down, 7 now. 4.5 to play. Fake the handoff to Mincy. They'll swing it out near side. Catch is made and run after the catch by Bland Jr. And he will knock it down inside the 15. See where he went out of bounds. Well, apparently he did not go out of bounds as the clock continues.
Around the 13, 14-yard line.
Mark him at the 14. So the Dogs' third-string quarterback trying to get one more score on the board for GMC. Phillips will hand it off to Mincy. Mincy to the right side, cuts back toward the middle, finally brought down at the 4. Good extra effort by Derek Mincy. He doesn't get cheated on the runs. Officials will stop play momentarily.
2nd and 2.
But the clock continues. Had a Laker kind of shaken up, comes off the field. And the Lakers want to call a timeout. With 3:22 left.
Timeout. Clayton State, their first charge time at half.
Clayton State going to drop to 5-3 on the season. They will play in the Club Sports South Atlantic Conference Championship on the 16th of this month. So that'll be 2 weeks from today. They'll be at home against Columbus State. They do not play their games on campus. They don't have a football field at Clayton State. in Morrow. They play their home games at Morrow High School. GMC on the road next Saturday in Pennsylvania against Lackawanna. Final regular season game. 1 o'clock kickoff. The airtime around 12:40. Right here on JockJive Sports. Hope you'll join Robert Williamson for all the action. Be sure to check out the JUCO Rush, which you saw at halftime, the premier JUCO college football talk show, with a new episode every week and available on the JockJive Sports YouTube channel. And don't forget, we've got lots of action on JockJive tomorrow. The ACCC Volleyball Championships, ABC Fall League, and Showcase Series Fall Baseball as well on Sunday. Dogs have a 2nd and 2 at the 5-yard line. Trying to get one more player out on the field. And Rob Manchester out to talk to Will Litsky.
We have the family of JT Burks here today. JT, your family's here. He says, I ain't got time for that.
2nd and goal from the 5-yard line. 2nd and 2, excuse me. They can pick up a first down without scoring. Option play right by the quarterback, Phillips. They string it out. He gets nowhere and chased out of bounds right at the 5-yard line. Their number 17 was able to push him out of bounds, Emmanuel Nolan from Noonan, Georgia. Our clock will continue down. They say he actually lost a yard. So 3rd and 3, ball sitting on the 6-yard line. Mincy in as the running back. And Phillips will hand it to him. Mincy to the right. Mincy to the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs.
Derek Mincy, 25.
Mincy with his 2nd score of the afternoon. His 6th on the season. And it's a 6-yard score for him with 2:42 left. It's just 2:42 left. Dogs trying for their 77th point. They're going to try 2-point conversion again. Working on something for maybe later in the year.
Timeout, GMC. Their first charge timeout this half.
Instead, a timeout taken by Rob Manchester and the offense. Three defensive touchdowns in the 3rd quarter, 2 offensive touchdowns here in the 4th quarter, and the Bulldogs rolling today at Davenport as they wrap up the 2024 season. And we appreciate you joining us, even though it's been kind of a walkover day for GMC. 3rd string guys get a chance to show off in front of the home crowd, and the super sophomores, some of whom don't get a whole lot of playing time on this sophomore day, will get a crack at it and play some today. Bulldog offense remains on the field for a 2-point try as the Laker defense has been very busy out there, been on the field a lot today. They're trying to stop a 2-point conversion and hold everything. We had false start by GMC.
Start on the offense, the entire right side of the line. 5-yard penalty, retry the net one.
Don't need to single out one guy because there were probably 4 guys who jumped off. I don't think the Lakers were even set defensively either. So we'll replay the try 5 yards deeper. Mincy will probably take a direct snap. No, it looks like it'll be Kitchen. Kitchen will take it, try to go to the right side, and he's going to be denied. The tackle. Nice job by number 40, Charles Jones, staying with the running back on the Wildcat formation. So it's 76-0 still.
GMC goes up against Lackawanna with playoff implications. 1 p.m. kickoff, November the 9th. You can catch the game on JockJive Sports YouTube.
Georgia Military College in the third quarter. Got a 2-yard touchdown run from Peters, a fumble recovery, and a score from Kamasi Washington. A pick six of 46 yards by Javon Kinchin, and then Clayton Horse followed it up with another pick six. Back-to-back defensive scores by Georgia Military. And 2 more scores here by the offense in quarter number 4. It has been all GMC all day. Snyder's had a busy day kicking off in place of Perez. Returnable from the 27, and man, did he get blasted. Jordan Turner with a late flag coming in. Pacer Kincaid barely caught the football when Turner came flying down the field and clocked him. Marker at the 15.
Dead ball after the play, unsportsmanlike. Number 8 on White. That'll be a 15-yard penalty from the end of the kick. 15-yard, first down.
So unsportsmanlike on Kincaid after he got leveled. And the Lakers, with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left, will scrimmage from their own 14.
Due to the penalty occurring at the 28-yard line, we'll go half the distance to the 14.
Yeah, that'll make a big difference when it's 76-0, right? Thank you, Paul. Slots left and right. They pull it out of the belly. No, he's got it still. And getting nowhere is the running back. As they continue their march backwards today, Avon Findlay from Conyers, Georgia, and Heritage Conyers with a 3-yard loss.
This is the 2-minute timeout. 2-minute timeout.
Let's take a timeout with the 2-minute timeout. Georgia Military leading 76-0.
Duty, honor, country. Those are the words we live by at Georgia Military College as we aim to instill patriotism in our students as they develop into effective leaders and engaged citizens. Whether you're looking for a traditional college experience with intercollegiate athletics and Corps of Cadets, satellite campuses close to home, or a global online leadership college where you pursue your degree when it's convenient for you, the pathways to opportunities are endless at Georgia Military College. We are committed to helping you succeed as a student in the classroom, as an athlete on the field of competition, as a cadet leading your...
And we welcome you back to Davenport Field. Final minute 53 of this one. Knowles gets the snap, gives it off. They bounce to the right side and get dropped for another loss. And GMC on the tackle. That was Kamasi Washington. About a 5-yard loss that time. And they're going to call a timeout.
GMC.
Bulldogs call the timeout. 97 seconds remaining in the regular season at home for the Dogs. They'll be at Lackawanna next Saturday. Robert Williamson will have the call for you here on JockJive Sports. Appreciate a chance to step in a couple of times again, keeping the streak alive, covering Georgia Military College again. Lakers will snap it from their own 7 or 8 yard line. I guess it's the 8. Facing a 3rd and 16. See what kind of arm that Knowles has, I guess. Three receivers to the near side, looking to the near side. Bulldogs rush him and sack him at the goal line. Penalty flag comes in. I don't think he got the safety, but roaring in was Jamar Grimble from Norcross, a sophomore. And another red shirt helped out.
Hands to the face. Number 50 on red. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Davion Foster charged with that hands to the face. And the Lakers will get a new set of downs, but only 90 seconds left in this one. As we approach 4 o'clock Eastern time. First and 10 from the 23, handoff, nothing doing. Washington roared in again from Hancock Central out of Sparta and wrestled him down. Washington goes 6'2" and 190. He'll probably put on some more pounds and be a big force for them next year on the defensive line. Redshirt freshman this year. 2nd and 11, we're under a minute to go. Lakers can't get their minds made up as to what play to call. Play clock down to 25 now. 2nd and 11. Knowles comes back to the line with 13 seconds on the play clock, 20 seconds on the game clock. They're just going to take a knee and wrap this one up. So that'll do it. Georgia Military College with an easy 76-0 win to go to 9-1 on the season. The number 2 Bulldogs will face off against Lackawanna in Pennsylvania next Saturday right here on JockJive Sports. Dogs had a 34-0 lead at halftime. Peters with a 2-yard touchdown run. Kamasi Washington with a scoop and score. Javon Kinchin and Clayton Horse back-to-back pick sixes for GMC. In the 4th quarter, Peters again from 3 yards out, and then Mincy with a final touchdown made it 76-0. So the Bulldogs rolled to a big win over the club team from Clayton State, 76-0. For Paul Trubisky, for the producer, I'm Scott McLeod. We thank you for joining us on JockJive Sports.
Georgia Military College provides opportunities to learn, to grow, to lead. The GMC Corps of Cadets will help you build a foundation to start your journey to success. As one of 4 military junior colleges in the nation, GMC provides character-based education, state-of-the-art facilities, physical training, leadership, history, and tradition. Be the leader that makes a difference. Start here. Go anywhere.